Be sure to check out brucemontalvo.bandcamp.com. brucemontalvo.bandcamp.com for my latest book, The Language of Symbols, and all sorts of merchandise from t-shirts, the Trump World Order t-shirt, the Hillary Not My President t-shirt, or the Jail Soros t-shirt, all available at the Bruce Montalvo store, the official Bruce Montalvo store, at brucemontalvo.bandcamp.com.
So, you love talk radio? Then you'll love TalkStreamLive.com. TalkStream Live is always on, 24/7 with the best streaming talk shows. Find your favorite talkers and discover some new ones. It's free, readily available online or on the smartphone or tablet. Finding your favorite talk shows all in one place has gotten a whole lot easier. Just go to TalkStreamLive.com. Be sure to download the free apps from Google Play or the iTunes App Store.
Arrests made as tempers flare during a Minnesota protest on Tom Graham, Fox News. Police in St. Paul breaking up crowds.
Minnesota State Patrol, I hereby declare this to be an unlawful assembly.
This after demonstrators blocked a stretch of Interstate 94, angry over the acquittal of Officer Geronimo Yanez in the deadly shooting of a black man during a traffic stop. The sister of Philando Castile speaking out after the verdict.
For them jurors to not have enough human empathy and a conscience to just do the right thing, that just baffles me.
Castile family insists Philando followed Yanez's orders, even telling him that he was carrying a licensed weapon. Officer Yanez, though, claiming he told Castile not to pull out the firearm, but he did anyway, so he shot. Well, could it have been a hit list? The names of several lawmakers discovered handwritten on a piece of paper by the gunman who opened fire on several Republicans. Fox's Chad Pergram in Washington.
There are the names of 6 Republican congressmen on the list. Scott Desjardins of Tennessee, Trent Franks of Arizona, Jeff Duncan of South Carolina, Jim Jordan of Ohio, Mo Brooks of Alabama, Morgan Griffith of Virginia.
Those GOP lawmakers, all members of the House Freedom Caucus. This week's shooting left House Majority Whip Steve Scalise in critical condition. MedStar Washington Hospital, Dr. Jack Salva.
We have controlled the internal bleeding, and his vital signs have stabilized. He will require additional operations to manage abdominal injuries.
Scalise, injured along with 4 others in that shooting. The gunman, James Hodkinson, was killed. Deliberations in the Bill Cosby sex assault trial continue.
And I want to thank the jury for their long days.
A comedian speaking outside the courthouse in suburban Philadelphia. The 79-year-old is facing up to 30 years in prison. Fox News, fair and balanced.
Are you hiring? Do you know where to post your job to find the best candidates? With ZipRecruiter, you can post your job to 100-plus job sites with just one click. Then their powerful technology efficiently matches the right people to your job better than anyone else. That's why ZipRecruiter is different. Unlike other job sites, ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them. In fact, over 80% of jobs posted on ZipRecruiter get a qualified candidate in just 24 hours. No juggling emails or calls to your office. Simply screen, rate, and manage candidates all in one place with ZipRecruiter's easy-to-use dashboard. Find out today why ZipRecruiter has been used by businesses of all sizes to find the most qualified job candidates with immediate results. And right now, our listeners can post jobs on ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/newscast. That's ZipRecruiter.com/newscast. One more time to try it for free. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/newscast.
So-called dreamers, no longer the target of President Trump's illegal immigration directives.
Hundreds of thousands of undocumented immigrants who came to the U.S. as children will be allowed to stay, at least for now. According to the fact sheet posted on the Department of Homeland Security's website, it says the memorandum that created the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, or DACA program, will remain in effect. The question is, for how long? The White House says President Trump still hasn't decided what to do about these so-called dreamers. On the campaign trail, he promised to deport them.
We will immediately terminate President Obama's 2 illegal executive amnesties.
The Trump administration officially terminated one of those amnesties, the Deferred Action for Parents of Americans and Lawful Permanent Residents, which would have protected the parents of Dreamers from being deported. But it never took effect because it was blocked in federal court.
Fox's Kristen Fisher at the White House. Well, there's an old adage, never bring a knife to a gunfight, but a Florida man going against the time-honored wisdom and winning.
3 men, one armed with a rifle, burst into the yard of a Sarasota man and attacked him. He grabbed a piece of lumber and started fighting them off. Lieutenant Brian Gregory is with the Sarasota County Sheriff's Department.
Some people cower, some people run, some people fight. And in this instance here, he chose to fight. It was his home, his prerogative, and he stood up for himself.
Then he dropped the wood and picked up a machete. The 2 unarmed guys ran, but he managed to subdue the man with the rifle and hold him for police.
Most of the time, the best thing to do is to make sure you put yourself in a safe place rather than attack, but you have every right to defend yourself.
Cops now want to know why these guys targeted this man's house. Gary Baumgarten, Fox News.
New details into actor Carrie Fisher's death. Investigators say she died from sleep apnea and a combination of other factors. I'm Tom Graham, Fox News Radio.
Video of the week.
Oh yeah, if you want to support Bruce Montalvo and all the Montalvo maniacs, yeah, be sure to go to paypal.com, yeah, and type in the Bruce Montalvo Show at gmail.com, yeah. And you can give Montalvo a $5 donation, $25 donation, even 25 cents, yeah, helps in the fight against the New World Order. Support the Bruce Montalvo Show. Go to paypal.com, the Bruce Montalvo Show at gmail.com, and help out the Montalvo maniacs, yeah.
Go to Antique Obsessions for the hottest in jewelry, antiques, repurposed, solid sterling silver, one-of-a-kind, handmade by Bruce and Jaja. Go to our Facebook, which is Antique Obsessions, or you can go to Etsy.com and go to Antique Obsessions, one word, or type it into your Google and find us there. Thanks.
Tribal, primitive, rustic, Burning Man, punk rock. Conceptual subculture for the edgiest, most cutting-edge designs of jewelry today. Go to Etsy.com/shop/conceptual subculture, or one word, either by going to Google or search Etsy, ETSY.com, and type in one word, conceptual subculture. You will find the hottest designs using natural stones with wire wrap rings, rough, raw, genuine, semi-precious gemstone jewelry, solid sterling silver, copper, leather, organite, bracelets, pendants, chokers, men's copper cups with sterling accents, eco-friendly, repurposed, original, one-of-a-kind design earrings. Support MBN by going to Conceptual Subculture on Etsy.
Warning, warning, everything I say is fucking crazy and should not be reinterpreted or reenacted because you will be either shot or NDAA'd. Warning.
Have you ever noticed that CNN is starting to look like a bad coach flight? Something like, 60 or 50 freaking hosts jam-packed into one little Anderson Cooper stage. I mean, it's starting to look like the chicken coop at Dodger Stadium. Just a bunch of farm animals.
So depressed. I don't know what to do. Hey, go for it, man. It's easy for you to say you got the promotion. Look, it'll come, all right? Just don't worry about it.
The feeling is definitely there. It's a new morning in America. Fresh, vital. The old cynicism is gone. We have faith in our leaders.
About to incite a riot. Make some noise, break up the silence. Scream and shout, no being quiet. Spread the facts until you buy it. Come to my den, I got toys for torture. We drink the blood fresh just to stay immortals. We bring a thug fest, calling all New Yorkers. And keep a bayonet for the future slaughters. Take your bets, the players make them offers. Heads or tails, your life is on a quarter. All the king's men tally up their horses. Forging ahead with a secret missile launching. Off to Georgia and start to cross the borders. In my bedroom, I'm making all the orders. If you come, you won't make it till morning. Get the picture, maybe kinda sort of. Ski mask, check. Extra filter, check. Scissors, check. Duct tape, check. H2O, check. Ammo, check. Ropes, check. Receiver, check. You're gonna get it, turn in your weapons. I'm under pressure, don't you forget it. You're gonna get it, turn in your weapons. I'm under pressure, don't you forget it. I got the right moves, I know what you do. You know I love you, but I'll still sue you. Don't take your questions onto a guru.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to a man that's got pussy on tap. And I get it from a girl that raps. You're listening to the Bruce Montalvo Show.
That's right, I got you back. And better than that jack that was up court near Mac.
I pulled that thing out with my teeth like this. You're listening to the Bruce Montalvo Show. It is June 16th, 2017. And hey, a lot of people don't know that today is actually the real Christmas Eve.
Silent night.
All right, that's enough of that. A lot of people don't know that June 17th, because you know how I'm big on all the astrotheology. I'm like, seriously, like a living legend. I'm like a public figure, a teacher when it comes to astrotheology. Am I not?
Jordan Maxwell Jr. in the house?
No. Bruce Montalvo.
Yes.
Bruce Montalvo Jr. I don't even... Not Carl's Jr. What are you talking about? You mistaked Carl's Jr. You called it Charles Jr.
I didn't mistake it. I was just dissing it.
All right. Anyway, I'm trying to get somewhere here. Okay. Look, June 17th is the actual resurrection. Okay, the reincarnation of Horus, the Egyptian hawk, Horus. Now, why am I saying that? Because I don't know. What if the Vatican decides to say that, oh, the aliens are our brothers? I mean, you know what? I look at the news and the Vatican's running around all over the place in Arizona talking about that space aliens are our brothers. Really? Are those space aliens or space Aryans?
Aryan, not alien. Aryan.
But anyway, you know, we can't go back. We don't know if Horus was a Nazi or an actual space alien. I'm betting he was some type of space alien that claimed to be God, and we still worship him today. But here's the thing. They actually celebrate Jesus' real birthday. Okay? Jesus' real birthday is tomorrow, June 17th. So I'm just putting a red flag out there, folks. Be sure to look. They're celebrating in Egypt. They're like watching the sun rise over the river. It's something they do every June 17th. They praise Horus, who is Jesus, who are metaphors for the sun. Sun worship.
Yeah.
It's pretty heavy duty to start the show off, right?
Yeah.
Some real truth bombs. on the one and only show that drops the freaking truth bombs like a macho man Randy Savage elbow from the top ropes. You're listening to the Bruce Montalvo Show.
And Jaja.
And Jaja, yes, of course. Whenever she decides to be on or off or quit or, you know, because she's just so damn legit. Anyway, folks, on this freaking show, we're like a Morse code signal. Seriously, are we not? We're like sending out like a distress signal, Mayday, you know, like that.
That's right.
We're sending out a Mayday signal. The New World Order is out there in freaking full force. I mean, you thought that Trump was going to come in and save us? Really? I mean, I go back to the inauguration day. They were blasting fucking cannons, and it was like we were getting ready to go to war. Very grim-looking day. It was like gray. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying that I'm not happy that Trump is in. You know, I was elated when he beat Hillary. I just didn't think he could do it. I thought it was like a David versus Goliath type thing. But seriously, look, Hillary Clinton's still going around and still complaining why she lost, making up millions of excuses, 20 freaking excuses, blaming Macedonia. I mean, seriously, you want to know why she lost? Just listen to this clip and you'll see why she lost.
And bargain collectively. And I will fight back against so-called right to work. Right to work is wrong for workers and wrong for America. Now, having said all this, why aren't I 50 points ahead, you might ask?
Dear God. You know what it sounded like? I'll tell you what it sounded like. I have the exact clip to let you know what the hell Hillary Clinton sounds like. Something like this. There we go.
You might ask. Well, the choice for working families has never been clearer.
Oh, God. I mean, you should feel blessed, Jaja, that you don't have to hear that freaking hag's voice over the speakers. I mean, I'm really torturing our listeners just by putting her freaking disgusting voice on. It's like nails on a chalkboard every time I hear that woman. You see my body language. Isn't it like nails on a chalkboard? Don't I cringe?
Yes.
And what does she want? She wants to bring in hordes of Muslim invaders to do what? To rape America, to turn it over backwards and fuck to their freaking heart's content. Okay, that's what they want to do to the Statue of Liberty. You want to let all the freaking muzzies in? Really? Really? You know they worship bacon. They say they don't, but they worship fucking ham. Okay? Don't they? Don't they? They worship a big ham head. A big ham's head. That's what it sounds like. They fucking worship Moham's head. And you want to bring them all in here? To do what? To take all the bacon and worship it? Oh, you gotta put more balls into it. This is a fucking war cry. Now the fucking F-16s are gonna fly over my house thinking that I'm some insurgent. No, but really, folks, it's quite a barn burner here on the Bruce Montalvo Show. It's always a slobber knocker of a show. But I'll tell you what, it's such a slobber knocker that we are on the top 50 of TalkStream Live streaming best talk radio shows on the internet, on the radio, on air. TalkStream Live. Just go to TalkStreamLive.com and search for Bruce Montalvo. We're there in the top 50, Power 50 every Friday. You can also find us on Spreaker, Spreaker.com/The Bruce Montalvo Show. We're on Stitcher. That's Stitcher.com/Bruce Montalvo. And you can find us on iTunes. You can check out the podcast on iTunes right after the show. Just type in Bruce Montalvo Show into your iPod, your iPad, your iTouch, and you can find the show. Okay? This we do it big. We do it so it's accessible. We're on all the main platforms so that you can hear us diss the New World Order, the satanic Illuminati, every Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern. But I'm not going to sugarcoat it, folks. Okay, this show this show, and you need gangsters to tell you the truth, okay? And it doesn't get any more gangster than Bruce and Jaja. This freaking show is called Demobloods and Republicrips. You know why? Because this country is run by gangs. Now, you don't need Tupac Shakur to tell you that ever since the inception of this country, it's been run by gangs. The Democrats, the Republicans are gangs. Hell, they even switched colors. Hillary was repping the red, which is the Demobloods, and the Republicrips. Okay, because Trump couldn't stop wearing blue for a while. I didn't know if he was a Democrat freaking politician. But that's the thing. You have to study these groups. Like, you go back to the Jolly Roger of the ancient pirate days of the seas, right? Not so ancient. You go back to the days of the pirates, and they would fly the Jolly Roger as a false flag to attack either British ships or Spanish ships. Take them over. Take them up the heist. Take over that's what this country's doing. It's being taken over. We're under assault. We're being completely taken over by gangs. And the two biggest gangs of them all are the Democrats and the Republicans. But it almost sounds Mickey Mouse to say, folks, but it's the truth. It's the truth. Okay, you have the Demobloods and Republicrips, and they throw out their secret hand signs, and they have their secret lingo. Everything a secret. Just like you didn't know that today was the actual birthday of your Jesus Christ, right? That is based off the sun. Again, because what does the sun do? The sun walks on water every morning when it wakes up, right? When it's rising. I mean, it's all there. Literally, it's all there. But I'll get more into how this country is just totally run by these two gangs that really work as one. It's a bipartisan, big government establishment. You think MS-13 is bad? They got nothing on Trump and Hillary's people, do they?
Well, I don't know about Jeff Sessions. I don't know about some of these people. It's got nothing to do with Donald. It's to do with the people.
That's right. That's why I'm thinking that, with all these shootings, I mean, the Democrats, you want to talk about gangs, I mean, they're doing like drive-by shootings. I mean, how gangster are they getting? They are doing drive-by shootings, whether it's a false flag hoax or not. Okay? PSYOP, on paper, on the record, they are now doing drive-by shootings. Their rhetoric has reached an all-time high, their hate rhetoric, to the point where they're no different than Pookie or D-Rock, holding the gun sideways and firing at a nigga just because he's got the elephant logo on his bandana. But again, folks, the question is, it's become a Shakespearean question now. Okay? It's become a question of to kill or not to kill Trump. That's the Democrats' question. Now you see, the winds that are soaring outside of Air Force Trump, when he gets on Air Force One, Air Force Trump, they're nothing compared to the storm that Donald is facing in the White House. It's nothing. I mean, the evil left keeps hoping that Trump has a toupee and it'll just come flying right off. But to their dismay, it's no toupee at all. It's real, and Trump's real, and he's here to stay, whether they like it or not. Okay, and it's driving the libs absolutely bonkers, absolutely mad. Okay, it's driven them mad enough to kill. Okay, mad enough to kill Trump, even. I mean, that's the inside baseball behind this Alexandria Republican baseball shooting. Okay, who's keeping score in that one? Okay, like I said, is it a false flag, or has the liberal hate rhetoric reached an all-time climactic high? How do we not know this and every other tragedy that is shown to us on the news, on the fake news, is not part of suspending the Constitution? You know, with all these school shootings, going back to Sandy Hook, seriously, Sandy Hook, where the shooter on his death certificate died a day before the shooting, okay? I mean, overhyped incidents. You got Anderson Cooper on green screen during the whole Sandy Hook thing. I mean, why was he on green screen? Why? Why? Because it's become a Hollywood production, the news. I mean, they even, they canceled the Smith-Mundt Act. They repealed that so that the government could literally broadcast news right into your brain and get away with it. The government-sponsored propaganda. And again, they overhyped these incidents on CNN, and it's just a part of a CIA, Black Ops, JSOC, Blackwater, XE services, whatever you want to call it, special operations, freaking false flag. I went through the etymology of false flags, going back to the old pirate days. They fly up to Jolly Roger, okay? And again, it would be the false colors, false flag. Again, gangs have colors. The Democrips, the Republicrips, the Demobloods, okay? All right, this goes further than, like I said, Tupac, folks. Okay, you study the etymology of false flag, look into gangs, you'll see we have nothing but corporate gangsterism running this country. Always has. Always will. Okay? I mean, do you people really actually think that Trump signs executive orders? I mean, he does it all by himself? I mean, really? Well, I see him on TV right now signing an executive order, holding it up. You know, if you really think that Trump, just on his own accord signs executive orders, then you must have been born at night. But me, I was born at night, but not last night, folks. I know that the deep state is the one responsible. They're the ones responsible for signing any executive order that Donald Trump or any president signs. Again, I'm not hating on Trump. He's a charismatic figure. Okay, he's likable. I like Trump. Okay, I don't like the administration. It is draconian to the max. I mean, literally no different than the Hillary Clinton presidency. That's why I called it all along. See, Trump is just a pawn, whether he knows it or not. And you see, it's like pros and cons with Trump. You see him right now. He's just taking out a big eraser and trying to erase whatever Obama did. Now, I don't know how much of that is his own accord. But again, you can't underestimate that there is a shadow government, again, looming over Trump. Anything he does, okay, like hawks, they are flying over, like vultures, flying over a soon-to-be dying or rotting corpse. That's how they're looking at Trump right now. And their goal, the deep state, their goal is to suspend the Constitution and literally engulf America in an endless civil war, which they have been doing by nonstop, consistently inciting nonstop hate and violence against Trump. I don't know why CNN is not indicted under sedition laws or tried under sedition laws against the United States of America. I mean, it's gotten to the point where we now have Democrat drive-by shootings. We want to talk about Demobloods. Yeah, blood, Peru. That's right. That's what Hillary Clinton's freaking throwing out the blood sign. Right? Donald Trump's crip walking. Okay? What do you want me to say? Okay, it's a bipartisan big government establishment. Why isn't Hillary Clinton in jail? Why isn't she in jail yet? Why are 800,000 illegals still, to this day, going to enter this great and beautiful country to be like leeches upon the American citizen and suck the blood until we are sucked dry, folks? 800,000 illegal aliens. Let me tell them in their own fucking language so they understand. No los queremos, no los necesitamos. Do you understand me? We don't freaking need you, you dreamers. Okay, this isn't a country where you just show up and dream. All right, Holmes? Okay? Because if you're dreaming, that means you're still asleep and you can't see the bus that's going to freaking hit you. That's coming right at you. Okay? These socialists, they don't know how to wipe their own ass. Literally. And I wipe my ass with their feelings. Okay? But that's the thing. See, Trump needs to start delivering more on his promises. Like removing DACA, which is really caca. That's what I've called it. Caca. Okay? Caca. DACA is caca. 800,000 illegals? Really? Really? You see, college equals debt for normal, everyday Americans. But for these illegals, it's an opportunity. I mean, did you see the soccer game? It was the USA team against the Mexicans, and the Mexican crowd was booing the United States anthem. Okay? That's who we're letting into this country? Really? Really, Trump? 800,000 illegals? And you're just going to let them in? I mean, that's why I'm a little pissed off at Trump. That's why I'm telling you. Guys like Sessions, I know cannabis has become like a left-wing, libtard freaking issue. But seriously, cannabis is like guns to me. Okay, don't take my fucking weed. Don't take my guns. Leave me alone. And, I won't bother you. You won't bother me. Let me make my money in peace. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, Cannabis, I like to smoke it. I don't think that anybody that indulges in cannabis has a joint should be thrown in jail. If a cop finds you, in Jeff Sessions, America, if a cop finds you with a joint, you're going to the slammer and Big Bubba might pile drive you all night long. Okay? That's Jeff Sessions, America. So, you know what? He was up on Capitol Hill. You saw Comey, that pink pussy hat wearing liar. He was up on Capitol Hill. Oh, obstruction! Oh, Trump, obstruction! What obstruction? All he said was, hey, Flynn's a nice guy. Leave him alone. That's obstruction? Really? You Hillary supporting pink pussy hat wearing dope? Right? J. Edgar Comey? I mean, really? You think you're J. Edgar Hoover? Really? You're a pussy. Look at this quote. I wish I was stronger. But that's what I'm saying. See, Comey, just like Sessions, are up on Capitol Hill. And what happened? On Capitol Hill, the baseball shooting, again, it goes back to Capitol Hill. Kaput. Kaput means dead, right? Well, they got it off, in the old Illuminati days, like a head was found around Capitol Hill, and they called it Capitol Hill. Okay? Kaput. Capitol Hill. So that's what I'm saying. Jeff Sessions, he's going to be kaput. Don't you think so?
Kaput.
Kaput. But seriously, Comey, total freaking weenie and wuss, total pussy, 99% pussy hat wearing dope. I mean, literally, listen to this Leave It to Beaver fucking attitude he brings. I mean, when he's testifying, oh, shucks, oh, lordy. Oh, I mean, just hear the pussification of the FBI right here, right now.
But why didn't you stop and say, Mr. President, this is wrong. I cannot discuss this with you?
It's a great question. Maybe if I were stronger, I would have. I was
if I was stronger,
stunned by the conversation that I just took it in. And the only thing I could think to say, because I was playing in my mind, because I was going to remember every word he said, I was playing in my mind, what should my response be? And that's why I very carefully chose the words. And look, I've seen the tweet about tapes. Lordy, I hope they're tapes. I remember saying, I agree he's a good guy, as a way of saying I'm not agreeing with what you just asked me to do. Again, maybe other people would be stronger in that circumstance, but that's how I conducted myself. I hope I'll never have another opportunity. Maybe if I did it again, I would.
Oh my God, if he was stronger. Oh my God, if I was stronger. You hear this guy call me? Oh Lordy, I wish there were tapes. Lordy, and aw shucks, and oh, I wish I had the strength. That's what you had as an FBI director before Trump sacked him. You had a total pussy. But that's what he was playing for the cameras. Meanwhile, he's a total ball-busting prick, and they keep going after Trump for obstruction. Obstruction of what? Obstruction of what? Look, Trump put it
I'll tell you what it is.
In very simple, short, and sweet terms. But go ahead.
This is their issue. They don't like the way Donald looks. For them, he's too harsh on the eyes. He's an obstruction of their vision. They're prejudiced. They don't like white guys with thick blonde mullets.
Look, we're here in Arizona. Unfortunately, there's a lot of libtards here. There was a lot of libtards in Brooklyn, obviously. But you know what? They look at Trump and they get triggered as soon as they see him on CNN. You know, it's like they're in a fucking kindergarten classroom. Like, oh my God, look at him. He looks like a dead fish. It's like, really? Really? A dead fish? And I bet, according to your logic, the United States will be run by a bunch of fat lesbians.
Yeah, well...
No, they're getting criminal now. And they see Trump and they say dead fish. That's what they want. I told you, it's to kill or not to kill Trump. That's the question. They are obsessed. They are mentally deranged.
Yeah, they really go all full blast and talk about that he's going to be impeached within 6 months.
I mean, there was a teacher in her classroom, okay, pointing a gun. She put up a plastic toy water gun and pointing it at a projector where Donald Trump was on, and she was like firing at it.
This is beyond.
I mean, the Pavlovian conditioning to set up for some type of big event where it's JFK Part 2. The Democrats are setting the stage for it. But here's the thing. See, you and I, we do a lot of research. And we know that kings don't die. Princes don't die. They go on to multiply. Now, what am I saying? What am I saying here? What I'm saying is that at the end of the day, how do you really know if JFK really died? What if he faked his death? Huh? What if Trump's just looking for a way out? He told you he misses his Trump life. He would rather have his Trump life instead of this thug life of being president. Because that's what it is. I mean, we're getting gangster here. I'm talking about gangs and Bloods and Crips and drive-by shootings and thug life. And that's exactly what the show is it not? I mean, you're the Brooklyn gangster mistress of hip-hop.
Yeah, tonight I'm his lawyer. I'm like just looking through laws.
Laws, yeah, because I'm looking to go after some pig fuckers that have been sandbagging the good Dr. Montalvo, and I ain't going to have that anymore.
No.
I ain't going to have that at all.
I'm trying to call our good friends at Rule of Law to give them a donation, too.
Speaking of that, we got many friends on there. They're on radio. They're also on TalkStream Live. Great guys. Great guys. But really, you want to talk about another great guy? Trump, okay? He's a great guy. His administration might be for shit. But I'm telling you, short and sweet, this is how he gave a left hook and then another straight right and another left hook to that douchebag Comey. Here it is.
Mr. President, this morning on Twitter, you were referring to the testimony of James Comey vindicating you. But I wondered if you could tell us in person, sir, why you feel that his testimony vindicated you when it's really boils down to his word against your word. And if you could also tell us, sir, do tapes exist of your conversations with him?
Well, I'll tell you about that maybe sometime in the very near future. But in the meantime, no collusion, no obstruction. He's a leaker. But we want to get back to running our great country. Jobs, trade deficits, we want them to disappear fast. North Korea, big problem. Middle East, a big problem. So that's what I am focused on. That's what I have been focused on.
That's what he's been focused on. But apparently others in his administration are sandbagging the good Trump as well. I don't know if you heard, Jaja, but I said they're going to go ahead and pretty much not do anything about the DACA and let in about 800,000 illegal aliens into the country under the guise that they're going to be doctors and lawyers and such studious, well-rounded, well-to-do people. I doubt it. If anything, they end up slanging methamphetamine in the side of some Southern California street while their freaking mothers and brothers are selling oranges. If that, that sounds too capitalist, I doubt they'll even do that. Okay, these freeloading socialist swine want to come over here and learn on the American taxpayer's dime. It's frustrating.
Yeah. And they bring their diseases in.
Speaking of diseases, the outbreak in Paris right now from all the Syrians and all the refugees, they're having scabies outbreaks all over Paris. Isn't that nice? When I go to Gay Paris, right? Oh, yes. Oui, oui. Omelette du fromage. Yes. Yes. You think that's nutty? You should just hear Wolf Blitzer, again, saying that the crazy freaking shooter or Black Ops freaking MK Ultra, Project Orion, look that up, Project Orion, all these school shootings, okay? I mean, there hasn't been a shooting, not just school shootings, but shootings on politicians, members of Congress. The last time that happened, it happened here in Tucson. Remember Jared Lee Loughner shaved his hair, had bald. They tried to say that he was a right-wing conservative. Guess what? He was a fucking libtard. This guy that apparently had the SKS and he's shooting up the baseball diamond, guess what? Bernie supporter. A fucking libtard. So it's the libtards, again, throwing out, you know, they're riding in their 6'4", freaking candy apple rag top 6'4", and they're dumping on the Republicrips. Well, it's getting gangsta. Okay? And check it out. Who is their alibi to solidify their lies? Wolf fucking Blitzer. Okay, talking about, oh, this guy's not evil. Why? Because he was shooting at Republicans? What if some right-wing Looney Tune, okay, was actually shooting up Democrats? Oh, but that doesn't happen, right? You know why? Because the right wing doesn't do that. And if it does happen, it's probably some COINTELPRO freaking just psyop. Is it not?
Yes, it's a constant psyop.
Constant psyop.
And I even wonder if some of the people, and I would hope so, because I know that, like, Alec Baldwin, like, I really believe it's his cousin. I think that some of the people are just paid opposition, which could be okay, fine.
You have the controlled opposition, you have that. But look, you literally have Crisis Actors Incorporated. There's an actual company. Look it up, Crisis Actors Incorporated, and they handle all these false flags in London, whatever. Or you want a structure fire, you want some fake bombs here and there. I mean, Crisis Actors Incorporated. But you know who will solidify it all and say, oh, they're not that evil. Keep letting the stinky freaking muzzy swine in. You know who will say it's okay? Who's fine and dandy? Wolf fucking Blitzer. Listen to this.
People know that he wasn't evil, that he was, I guess, tired of some of the politics that are going on.
That's what we just heard. Perhaps he wasn't evil, just tired of the politics.
Tired of the politics, perhaps he wasn't evil. You hear how they justify their left-wing patsies? It's unbelievable. I mean, it's just beyond me how insane the left has become. And I'll be surprised. I mean, some of these liberals are going around saying that they're, you know, in 6 months, give it 6 months, and Trump won't be in office. And they see him and they automatically associate him to something dead or moribundo, right? I mean, it's just getting cryptic. They're getting dark. I'm not talking about dark hearts. The leftist Marxist heart is as black as can be. As black as can be. Okay? But no, Nancy Pelosi will tell me, that left-wing Looney Tune will say, oh, how dare you? How dare you for calling out our liberal hate rhetoric, right? Literally, you have the libtards singing, die, 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 my Trump. Don't utter a single word. Okay? Really, Trump is the darling of the left. I mean, let's face it. Without Trump, the MSM would have nothing to talk about. Okay? But the left, like I said, they're becoming scarier than Glenn Danzig. You've seen pictures of that guy recently? He looks pretty scary.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what happened to him.
That's how left they're becoming. That's how scary the left is becoming. I mean, ghouls. They're ghouls. Seriously, die, 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 my Trump. That's all they're singing now. Don't utter a single word. Like I was saying, is it all just theater? But one thing it is, it's a big freaking gang. And you're not in it. And if you want to join it, they'll tell you they'll let you in, but then they'll just jump you and leave you there freaking bloodied and bruised and broken. They don't care. They don't care about you folks. They don't care about me. All they care about is their money. Okay? And that's what's going on, folks. I mean, just, okay, complete and total perjury on the fact of the FBI. I mean, Trump didn't ask them to do anything. And even Comey admitted that. He said, Trump didn't ask me anything. So, I mean, is this country really, are we like a slow boiling frog? And they got us like in the pot and they're heating it up to the point of what? Like I said, what's going to happen? Are they going to do some big event? Could they try to take out Trump? I mean, every day now you have plays in New York City where they stab Trump to death like he's Julius Caesar.
It's very, very annoying. It's like boring already, and I hope that some of it he paid for. Because you know what they say is all bad propaganda is as good as good publicity. And he's a badass, so he might just like that negative shit, you know, because he knows that there's going to be those people, the snobby critics, you know, everybody's got his opinion of Donald Trump, you know, but none of them are half as elegant and half as well accomplished. So they're just fucking jealous, and they don't even understand that he's just the president of a lot of companies and corporations, which amounts to America, and he's successful at what he does. He knows how to make a fucking deal. He's got a book called The Art of the Deal. The guy, obviously, you know, everybody's got these fucking stupid opinions, like, up their asses. They think that he's only out for himself, he's only phony capitalist. That's bullshit. First of all, he's in hospitality, niggas, okay? And I don't care what you say, okay? I'm even talking to my mother, okay? Because she says that he is, you know, only has his hotels for him. That's bullshit. It's very affordable hotels. It's like, you know, a couple $100 a night. I don't know if you're in New York City, you want to do it nice. It's not that expensive, okay? So that is not even really the issue here, okay? If he wants successful hotels for his family, like, to proliferate, like the Hilton hotels or the Marriott chains, you know, you're going to rely on. You want the public to do well. I mean, that's just, like, point blank. You don't want to, like, he's not, like, so high-end, high exclusive that it's for the so wealthy. He's really not. It's not like the, whatchamacallit, the Conquistador over here, which is like a fortune, you know? It's like $500 a night. It's like stupid. And then the Marriott's like $150.
Trump is swank for the middle class.
He is. He's very classy. He's not like, I don't feel like...
Hey, here's the thing. I don't see Trump being invited to the Council of 13 or fucking Bilderberg group. If anything, those groups are the subversive groups, the deep state groups in government, okay, that are, you know, in tandem trying to work to possibly get him out or try to, you know, blackmail him somehow. Okay, they're not just sitting around the Bilderbergers and the Council of 13 singing Led Zeppelin's Sweet Satan backwards.
Just face it, Bruce. These are just the monarchs duking it out. They're the
Trump is literally like the stairway to heaven for America, and I don't mean that America, you know, is going to die, but literally, I mean, America is like comatose. You know, it's like that little heart paddle things that George Clooney uses. I mean, literally, it's like 2 seconds away from having to, like, you know, give America mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, and Trump's doing it.
Trump is a multitasker. He's able to have beauty contests and be on TV and have his condos and his golf clubs and his wineries and his daughter's freaking business. Please, okay? He's the ultimate in multitasker, and nobody gives him fucking credit. It's really annoying. People don't even respect the man when he has done, like, what they could never do in 20 lifetimes, okay? Because he just, I mean, maybe...
Look, Trump is literally rocking harder than fucking James Hetfield of Metallica. And what do these leftist idiots want? What, they want the logo from Abuelita's freaking chocolate fucking, the chocolate, Hillary Clinton, or they want El Diablo, Satan himself, Barack Obama, to run the country again? I mean, he's doing it. He just bought an $8.1 million house in Washington, D.C. Why is he there? He's sitting there to wage war against the sitting president. Okay, he did not leave D.C. He stayed there to wage war against Trump.
Barack Obama never did anything with his life. Okay, he is a charade, a put on.
It's just like gangs.
Donald might have a bit of a put on attitude, but it's all part of his persona. Okay, and he's not shy of understanding what attributes gather attention. Okay, he exploits his own eccentricities, and if you got a problem with him being eccentric, it's fucked up because it's like, what if he was a fat black woman? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna lie. I'm sure.
Oh, that's what the liberals want. The liberals are angry that Wonder Woman is a Wonder Woman, and they wanted her to be a fat black woman of color. I saw that on Breitbart. But that's what they're mad at. That's what they're mad. They want, like, exactly like Janice said. That's what they want. Oh, if they don't want women, they want her to. Why isn't she fat, overweight, and black? Right? Why isn't she Oprah Winfrey?
And how come Loretta Lynch's name isn't racist? I mean, she's a black woman, and
she needs to get lynched because she was calling for blood on the streets. And now, whether it's a psyop, whether it's a hoax or not, there is one Republican shot dead on the baseball field. That's the inside baseball. This woman should not be allowed to be a free woman in the United States. She should be like a KGB, a spy, something. Okay, put on a fucking these. They want to talk about...
Did you check the Illuminati card game?
They want to talk about McCarthyism. They're acting worse than the people, than Joseph McCarthy from back in those days that were calling for... And there was a commie takeover of Hollywood. Hollywood's filled with commies. So I'm starting to think, was McCarthy that wrong at all?
Yeah, well, why don't you get into it, Bruce?
Yeah. I'll get into it. I'll get into all sorts of things that'll just blow your mind. I was talking about the Bilderberg Group. Now, riddle be this. Why is the director of CERN at the Bilderberg conference?
Well, maybe he's a time-traveling nerd.
Are they trying to change the name of Chuck E. Cheese again, or change the mouse logo on the Chuck E. Cheese, the rat logo? Why is Bilderberg meeting up with the director at CERN? This is getting, more than sci-fi.
Maybe
it's getting satanic.
Maybe if CERN is really a time machine, which I believe it is, regardless of what anybody laughs at, just watch enough freaking time traveling movies, and you'll see that there is a pattern.
CERN is a time machine. No doubt about it.
It is. That's why all those layers are for. Just because of the tension and the energy and they want to they say it's to pass quantum molecules through each other quantumly. So and that would then transcend time and space, and that's what they're trying to do.
Right.
Is fuck with time and space, and I don't care. And it's on the record for being a time traveling device. It looks like it's very powerful enough to withstand the energy of a time traveling device. I don't know how many people actually got to it, but I believe that they can use it. I think that it's in use, and it's not going to cause an ozone layer hole. That's bullshit. It's just
maybe that's why Trump is so confident, because if you Google up Operation Pegasus, these are time travelers. Time travelers are part of the U.S. government. Maybe he knows a couple, and they gave him some inside baseball as to what's going to go on.
Like
and you know what I saw? I saw a commercial, AOL commercial, 1998. Again, if you remember the old AOL logo, it was literally an Illuminati triangle. And in this 1998 AOL internet commercial, within seconds, there's this girl talking, and behind her is Kali. Again,
oh yeah, that was weird.
The destroyer of worlds. They have her right outside of CERN in Geneva. And again, maybe all these earthquakes that have been happening around that area, every time they fire up CERN, I'm sure those magnets that they use underground are causing some type of seismic activity.
Yeah,
so CERN is literally one of the most dangerous weapons mankind has.
It's dangerous to itself in the very local, place around it.
They're opening up that portal to talk to demons.
Well, I think that people are actually traveling through the future, and they're doing that. What is it that they jump? That's what they call it. Jumping.
I remember speaking to a biophysicist a couple of years ago. He told me that the body was actually made for time traveling. Your body is made for time traveling. Like, here's a simple way to put it. Let's say you get a dead leg, and you've been sitting on the leg for a while, and it falls asleep. It feels, dead, but it's still there. Yeah, like the phantom leg kind of. I mean, it's that. If you look at it in that sense, he got into it way more than I could. He's a fucking biophysicist. But
some of those people are just really good at words, and they talking shit, and they fucking know it, like Michio Kaku.
Well, you have your fake Masonic science, your fake science. Again, I've gotten to the point where I'm so deep into the rabbit hole that I literally starting to suspect that the Earth is a flat structure. Because if you see, the UN logo tells it to you. It has an ice cap or an ice rim around a flat Earth map. So,
not just that map.
What's the inside baseball on that, huh? They want us all to believe that we're playing basketball on a round freaking ball, when in reality it should be like a flat piece of freaking brick or dirt.
And here's another proof. How come you can go to most places in the world? I think it's like any place in the world, and the moon is always in the same location. That does not make any sense. It's the same moon.
Exactly. Oh, well, the thing is Polaris, the North Star. The North Star is always there in the same position, never moves. I mean, you figure if the Earth was spinning like a Harlem Globetrotter was spinning the Earth, the stars would be flying all over the place at night, right?
You have different patterns. You wouldn't just have the Big Dipper up at your face the whole time. You'd have the Big Dipper this time, then you'd have another freaking constellation. That's the idea. That's why the constellations themselves never really made sense to me, because I always tried to visualize, as a globe moving through the universe, through space, and tilting. You would actually, because space is all around us, you would see different, in theory, different constellations. But it was always like the plan. I'm like, well, how could it be the plan? How is it the same sky every time I turn around? If you just follow the globe as if you were on a fucking basketball.
Just go up on a hot air balloon, and you'll see that the Earth looks completely flat. Well, look, folks, there's no way you can determine if the Earth is flat, right? Because you don't have the technology. You would literally have to become like
they won't let you know
like our video of the week. You would have to become soccer-playing robots to figure out the truth, and just fly yourself with the consciousness inside the AI up and out of here, and then you could stream back to Earth if it's really flat, which, according to all the Masonic bullshit, it's not round, it's flat. Yeah. All the Masonic
they go so far as
Copernicus, Foucault's pendulum is a fucking lie. Give me a break, right? I want soccer-playing robots to go up into space and figure out if the fucking Earth is flat, folks. But that is the video of the week. That's the video of the week. You know what the tweet of the week was? Last week it was you dissing Kanye West's jewelry, which is well-deserved. His jewelry sucks, right? But this week it's me calling out Stephen Colbert, right? That beta male extraordinaire that is like, hinging on the verge of like just total pedo. Does he look like he is a fucking pedo? Anyway, I told Colbert. Late show at Colbert, you want war with the Kremlin, Russia? Really? Are you willing to fight polar bears with your bare hands? Are you? You fruitcake? Well, is he? All of them are acting like they're big tough guys, big macho men, and they're going to take on the Russian bear, the polar bear. They're going to take on the Russian threat. It's completely laughable. It's completely, totally fucking laughable. Fruitcakes like Stephen Colbert are gonna swing us towards war. Really?
That's what they're meant to do, is to guide the consciousness.
Yeah, but these are like the pussiest pussies of all time. They're advocating for trannies to be out wearing pink brassieres in the street, and they want to go to war with Russia. You know, Russia defeated the Nazis.
And that's not nothing against trannies, okay?
Russia defeated the Nazis. You want to go to war with the Russians who beat the fucking Nazis? Huh?
I don't know about that, Bruce. I think they all work together. The Russians...
Yeah.
With the Nazis now. The Nazis took over with the Russians. And the Nazis took over Russia. Yeah.
It's all one big gang, like I said.
Yeah.
And they're hiding as Crips and Bloods. Right?
Yeah, they want to get you guys upset, hating and loving your leaders or whatever, fighting for them, against them. Just think about the Egypt Arab summer, whatever the Arab Spring.
I mean, if you fall for this Republican good government bullshit,
they want you to kill
then
each other.
Really you're as stupid as Beelzebozo.
They want you to get like really crazy, like they did for Morsi and Mubarak, in Egypt. They want people really killed each other, like family members. Just don't get involved. Anybody, just who cares? Just do well. Mind your business.
No, but they're milking this whole Russian Soviet disinformation thing. I mean, you see all the movies from like the 90s, it all dealt with like Russian disinformation and spying, right? So I mean, these Democrats are living in the past. I mean, really,
that's because they don't have a
we're in the
business.
fucking space station with the Russians. And you're right. Democrats don't know how to fucking run a business. Ever go into business with a liberal.
No,
ever.
If
a liberal comes up to you and says, "Hey, could you help me invest?" You better think twice, because you know what? That liberal freaking doesn't know dollars and cents from his ass from its elbow.
Yeah, well, it's true. A lot of Democrats are in schools and things like that, and like government services and things like that. So
I mean, they're pushing this old Soviet disinformation hubbubaloo every fucking week, and Trump keeps hitting them, and he keeps hitting them, and he keeps hitting them. It's like, it's fake, it's fake, it's fake, and
Listen to me.
they still keep going.
The reason why people think that democracy is the government is because the Democrats make a living at being politicians, and they themselves, that is their business. Politics is a Democrat's business. A Republican, on the other hand, they have a business mind. You understand? They usually have their own businesses, and they care about their own personal wealth. Now, Ayn Rand said that you have to be selfish, and you have to care about yourself, and you have to care about your family.
Yeah, well, Ayn Rand could have also been a Satanist.
It doesn't matter, Bruce. What I'm trying to say is that she said progress and for the better of mankind in general.
Yeah.
If you start doing what you feel
Well,
right,
I agree with
what
Ayn
you
Rand.
feel right about. You understand?
I agree with Ayn Rand at least about 76%.
Okay, but I'm trying to bring up this concept: is that if you feel right, you should be selfish in this respect about, like doing good or buying something that is for you. But you also are doing it for other people, because in the end, it's all for a positive thing.
Yeah, but first of all, moral of the story: never go into any type of business with liberals, because they're stupid. They don't know dollars and cents from their ass. They don't know anything. And they, at the end of the day, what do they believe? They believe whatever Rachel Mad Cow is spewing, her mad cow disease, throwing out red herrings all over the place. That's what it is. I have it right in front of me, right here. Okay, Comey saying it himself. No, Trump did not ask me to stop investigation. There, it's over. It should be over. There should be no mention of Russia anymore. Okay? I believe Trump. When Trump says, believe me, I believe him. But other liberals, I mean, they go insane. I'm not liberal. I mean, liberals out there, I mean, they go insane, okay, if they see Trump on the television. I mean, I'm classically liberal. I believe in your own private property and don't mess with me and that type of stuff. You know what I mean? But, I mean, seriously, I believe Trump when he says, I won't let you down. Except for the fact that, he's trying to go in there and weasel his way, through some deals, and he's got bad people doing bad deals for him, and he's got some ill reputes in there. I mean, Yeah, it's like pros and cons, like I said with Trump. But I do believe him, the man, the figure as Trump. I believe him, but not this Cthulhu that's behind him, this machine.
Well, like you said, he wants to drain the swamp. I mean, there's obviously some real big mistakes.
Or he's going to let in another 800,000 illegal swamp snakes into the swamp.
Something's fucked about
or
that.
leeches.
What he needs to do is be Donald, and if he's and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what he does. They just want to point him as a dictator. But in fact, it was Barack Obama who was using his executive powers dictatorially, and he really didn't drive the country in a positive direction. He raped the middle class. He stole, went for vacation money on Obamacare.
No, he was the villain. He was a total villain. You know what? The United States is seriously operating like a high school. Okay, that's what it is. Trump is like the popular jock that always throws a touchdown at the end of the game. You know what I'm saying? He gets all the cheerleaders, right? He's popular. Hillary was like the debate club wench that nobody likes, and she's just plotting revenge on everybody. And CNN is like
like your mother.
And CNN is like the class clown with the dunce hat, and we have to have CNN in the corner to bad CNN, bad. Now you write on that chalkboard, I will not spread fake news and disinformation, lies to the American people. And they got to write that on the chalkboard at least 500 times until their hands start to bleed. Is it not? I mean, America feels like a fucking goddamn high school.
Yeah, well, like I said, they are like most Democrats are teachers, administrators, stuff like that. And as well as politicians themselves, they are the ones that are career politicians. Donald was never a career politician. That's why you got to love him. You know what I'm saying? You got to appreciate him because he didn't make his living. He doesn't have to be there. He's not even taking a salary, you assholes. So stop trying to say he's trying to make his friends rich. You know what? He's not. That's not what it's about. He really, you know what? It's a monarch. Everybody's fighting for power. This guy, they figured he's part of the family. They're going to put him in because he's smart enough to hold it down. And most of these people are not really, they don't have your interests in mind. They smile in your face and talk shit, and you believe every fucking word.
They're smiling in your face all the time. They want to take your place. They're backstabbers. Backstabbers. That's what they are. And with that lovely little medley, we go to my memes of the week. There's this funny-ass meme, James Comey with a pink pussy hat on his head. And it says, I wish I was stronger. Yeah. But then I got real gangster. And on the logo of the show logo for today is Trump wearing a blue bandana like he's a Crip. He looks mad thug. And then Hillary throwing out the blood signs. Well, you see it? She can see it right here. She can see. Don't you see it? Look at that. Look at that. Doesn't that look gangster? That got her looking.
Yeah, you should go check out my song Benghazi.
And if you want to see what we're looking at, go to the Bruce Montalvo Show on YouTube.com, and you'll see the video of the week. You'll see, all the pictures that Jaja and I are talking about while we're doing the broadcast are up on our talk show, are up on YouTube right after the show, folks. And here's another one. Tupac said it himself. He said, this country was built on gangs. I think it still runs on gangs, Democrats, and Republicans. Now, Jaja, you're a rapper. Do you agree with that statement?
The what? I'm sorry, I'm reading about contempt.
The what? You're on air. I said, this country was built on gangs. I think it still runs on gangs, Democrats and Republicans. Now, our listeners heard me say that, and I said it twice.
Mm-hmm.
You're a rapper. Mm-hmm. Do you agree with that statement?
Yeah, I mean, the whole Jesse Ventura kind of thought process of Democrats. I have a song about that, from Democrats, Republicans, the information is jumbling, you all sit back, fumbling, you know what I'm saying?
It's all bipartisan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can spit.
My
right
song
there
Radioactive.
That's a great song.
Right.
But really, you really have to check out Jaja. I mean, you hear at the beginning of our show, we get so pumped, I literally feel like banging my freaking head on the side of the wall and just going, and screaming. You know what I'm saying? It gets me so hot, but hopefully you don't do that. You know, I just get pumped up because I'm up here fighting for liberty. I mean, seriously, I'm like running for office here. I'm running for president of the talk radio world every time I put the mic on.
Well, you'll have a better chance than Kanye West because he went to a mental institution, and I think that already you can't because he'll be impeached the day he walks in. He won't.
Good, because the minute that he decides to be president and they let him become president, I will be his Lee Harvey Oswald.
His Bundy.
I will be his Lee Harvey fucking Oswald, and I will have something better than a goddamn Mannlicher Carcano or whatever fucking Italian fucking just a piece of shit they said Oswald supposedly shot Kennedy with. But I don't miss. Okay? Deadeye.
Yeah, but we saw the autopsy reports. It doesn't even look like Kennedy was died. You know, he probably ran off with Marilyn and shit.
Yeah. There's a lot of things you don't know. A lot of things I don't know. I don't know if there was a gnome inside the storm drain at Dealey Plaza, and he pulled off the shot. Or maybe it was Magneto from X-Men, and he bent the bullet, and that's why they had the magic bullet theory. I'm being a smart ass.
Or the Jack Ruby, or I don't even know this shit, you know, and I know this shit. I listen to this
Anyway, if you're hearing us talk live right now, ladies and gentlemen, more proof that Jaja and I do this show stoned.
Hey, listen, we have seances here, okay? Like, and I know if he's dead or not, right? And like Bruce and I can like have a seance.
Who's dead?
Right. Well, we can have a seance right now. If where's my?
I don't have any crystal ball, and your ghost radar doesn't work. You're just as cracked out as Bugs Bunny is right here next to Daffy Duck, just high out of his mind. Speaking of high, why don't you advertise the store while I smoke?
Oh God! All right.
You just snorted, and I've been playing pig sounds all show long.
That's so funny.
Mohammed.
That's very
hard to do. You must worship Mohammed.
It was very hard to do. I try to do that sometimes just
Mohammed's
for sound effects, but I never get it right. But I got to write it twice in a row.
Now all the neo-Nazis are going to be yelling at us. We're like, oh, look at those Jewish pigs.
Yeah, right.
Oh, they're so mean to us.
Yeah.
They're so anti-Semitic. You're so anti-Semitic, bro. And then you're working for Brents and David Icke and whatever the fuck. Fuck you guys. Advertise the store, please. I need money.
Bruce and I just made some fucking amazing bracelets for men.
Verrazano Bridge.
Just fucking amazing, all right? You got the whole Gladiator, the Wonder Woman bitch took from us, all right? So straight up, we sell to only the top, swankiest people, no names, all right? Just no fucking names.
Yeah, our jewelry, our cuffs, I mean... Seriously, remember that show Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
They were wearing our style shit on their show. Anyway, you want to look hip, you want to look snazzy, you want to look fly, okay? You go and you get yourself some of our designer jewelry made in America by Jaja and Bruce. These hands right here work for you, okay?
So there's this conceptual subculture right now. You can see all of and they're 50 off because we just... we're trying to get another piece of jewelry equipment. It's all about production for us. But, so it's 50 off, and we got these beautiful men's copper and sterling silver cuffs. Some are very medieval looking. Some are very rustic, biker, tribal, very one of a kind. I'm somehow working on bezels to gemstones without the torch, which is very interesting because you have to know how to use the torch and make a bezel in order to know how to break out of it. So we're actually, designers that are just, you could call us like dystopian designers or a haute couture warrior or some kind of Mad Max fucking futuristic, Burning Man type shit, like tribal where we got like natural gemstones. So go to Conceptual Subculture. You'll find that kind of stuff there. And you can find that on Etsy. So it's etsy.com/shop/conceptual subculture. Or you could just go to Google, type in conceptual subculture. You'll see us. I swear. And then you could just connect that store with the Antique Obsessions. And Antique Obsessions is a whole different kind of
philosophy, you know. It's like we repurpose antiques. We do some of that in the in conceptual too, but you know, it's just trying to like be next level and shit. But the antique obsessions are original designs, you know. I am the fucking original designer. I'm pushing like mirrors and brushes and vanity things all into like beautiful old like Victorian silver from 100 years ago and older. All right, I'm remaking it into some usable,
basically beautifying it into wearable art.
Right.
Beautifying it into wearable art at Antique Obsessions, at Conceptual Subculture, on Facebook. Click like. You won't regret it.
Also, you can find us on eBay. We are Outrageous Jewelry. So you can type that into Google.
The links are right there on the Facebook. Take them right to eBay. Take them right to Etsy. At Antique Obsessions. At Conceptual Subculture. On Facebook. They gotta go. They gotta click like.
And then also, you guys who are listening, we have some people that use the code word. Just ask for a special discount, and I give you a special deal.
Especially being that it's Father's Day, or I like to call it Farter's Day.
It's already so close. It's like now, if you wanted to get it, even though we have express mail, I mean, still, it's Friday. So
we made these beautiful copper and sterling cuffs for men. You got to check them out. I mean, they look like something out of ancient Sumeria, or you know, something that the Anu would have worn to symbolize or commemorate Horus's resurrection, which is today, which is literally today is like Christmas Eve. And think of it this way: tomorrow is Father's Day, right? And who do they say is the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit?
Santa
Jesus, right? Santa Claus, yeah, whatever. Look, next thing I'm going to tell you is that the moon is made of cheese. All right, that's how.
But if it was, then Kim Jong-un would have been there, because then he would have been at the cheese fucking munching that shit out.
Hey, but forget about Kim Jong-un and the cheese. Let's go back to our jewelry. It's beautiful. It's unique. It's one of a kind. Handmade, original, by us, and only by us.
You want to know who I am, you know what I'm saying? I went to design school, you know? I went to fine art school, and I went to...
The school that she went to has a giant black cube of Saturn outside of it.
Put it this way, guys. I
did
fashion design when I was in, like, high school, and then I got into, like... I had Fiorucci steal my designs.
Fiorucci. I like how you said that. I like how your lips moved when you said that. Say it again.
I work with Anna.
Say it again. Say
Fiorucci. I don't want to give those motherfuckers press.
Okay,
they
don't say it again.
My jacket that was filled with...
fuck them. Fuck you, Fiorucci.
It was listen to this design. It was amazing. I came up with this concept to have, like, fish in a gel, and then make it like shoes, like the base for shoes, and also like a raincoat.
I saw Jonah Hill wearing shoes like that in the 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Okay, but I designed that when I was in high school, and my sketchbook was stolen by a very ominous
Jesuits.
character.
Yeah. Jesuits. Yep. They always steal things.
But I got into Parsons.
Speakers.
I got into Parsons. I went to Cooper Union.
Anything. They steal anything.
Everybody was throwing me scholarships. They gave me a 4-year scholarship to Pratt for fashion design. I didn't go to it. I was like, fuck that. I like art better. So I just like... But I just liked everything. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like... So I am a multimedia artist.
So you are a fashion insider. And, I mean, you know... I mean, not to just brag, but, I mean, you know the upper echelon of the fashion industry.
Oh,
I know you do.
Very much so.
You've sold various works of art to some of these people as well.
Huge designers, yes.
I mean, you make big money.
But I've had my photographs in museums around the world, like the Whitney, San Francisco Museum of Modern Art, the Hammer Museum. I've been in international shows in Europe.
I know, because she's taken me to these art parties over at the Whitney. I mean, the entrees and little snacks were starting to get a little lame. She took me to 2 of them. But the booze was still good. I got pretty hammered twice.
Yeah, like 10 years ago, the shit used to be way different booze. It was like real swanky. But, you know,
swanky, huh?
Everybody wants to
every libtard in New York is a bunch of cheapskates, beat skates. And they all go to Pathmart, or what's it called now? Stop and Shop.
Mm-hmm.
They all go there and they get the cheapest wine and the cheapest, stinkiest cheese, and they think they're avant-garde.
There were people used to walk around to the galleries, and you would see them. They wouldn't ever know anything about the art, or the artist, and they would just go there if they had like good hors d'oeuvres. But that was like
back in the day.
Good hors d'oeuvres. Let's get into some.
But even Agnes B,
let's get into some first round topics
she has good
here.
Parties.
We have the best parties.
Listen
to me. I throw the best parties. Okay, I get wild, like Animal House wild. Okay, first round topics here. Trump in Cuba. Trump not in Cuba. Trump says about Cuba, one-sided deal. It's a one-sided deal. He said he took out a big eraser and he erased the deal that Barry Insano did with the Cubans. He said it was one-sided. He said, I don't like it. What do you think of that? I think that it's good. I don't want to do business. Like I said earlier, don't do business with any liberal, any commie, because it's bad business. They don't know how to handle money. They don't know what it is. They don't even know that a bill is literally a bill that you owe, right? I don't want to get into that. But seriously, Trump telling Cuba, fuck you, I'm not Barry, the deal's off. Great, right? Another one of those great things that Trump seems to do from time to time.
I could give a shit about Cuba. I would like to go there to photograph it because the buildings, the architecture looks nice and maybe get some good edgy look. But I have no real...
Just don't have an American flag drenched over you because they will literally beat the dog shit out of you in Cuba if you are an American.
They do a lot
Did you see that video? There was some guy...
They do the like the Santeria shit they do in Mexico. They do Palero.
Oh, that's just what we need, to go to Cuba and have a bunch of fucking witches, hex Americans, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do you know how satanic the Mexicans are, to begin with, folks? I mean, they literally have ovens, okay, where they throw people in there head first. The Mexicans are the new Nazis, okay? You want to let more of these dirtbags into the country? When they have ovens in their fucking country, they don't know the first thing about freedom. They're scared shitless of it. Okay, the narcos are running around playing their freaking ranchero, narco corridos, talking about death and how the CIA is giving them guns and shit, and there's not a damn thing you do about it, right? I'm telling you, if we get any type of, like, property near, like, El Paso or something, I mean, I'm going to be on guard.
I don't know about El Paso because the air was
you got criminal illegals walking through your property. I mean, you don't know if they're gonna beat you, rape you. If they can't rape it, rob it, or fuck it, they don't want it. And I know how evil and satanic these Mexicans are. They are the most evil you could ever imagine. I mean, they literally worship the Black Madonna. Okay, they worship Isis, going back to Assyrian times.
Yeah.
Okay, they worship a demoness.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the Virgen de Guadalupe is a fucking demoness.
You know the time that you told your mother to please take down the...
Speaking of demonesses...
Please take down the pictures of Guadalupe all over the fucking house.
That was the last time I ever talked to her in any type of nice, light. After that, it's been war all the time.
She literally spun her head around like 3 times.
Yeah, like that fucking exorcist. Yeah.
And started squealing and telling you that you have no respect, you don't know what you're talking about. And, this is like this crazy-ass bitch's religion, and a woman who then thinks it's okay to tell their Jewish
daughter-in-law
that she doesn't like her because she's Jewish because the Jews killed Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
This is what she said out of her fucking low IQ mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't believe that.
Yeah, the Jews took their thumb and they blocked out the sun, and that's how they killed Jesus, right? Because they blocked out the sun with their thumb. That's as believable as that. If anything, the story's wrong. It was the Romans that beat the shit out of the Jew, because he was a Jew too, right?
But if you would have just
according to the story, because that's all it is, it's a fucking fable.
Exactly, he was supposedly a Jew too. But you know what? If you just skim the top and you just follow the basic teachings, you could be a good person. But your mother, she doesn't even follow the basic teachings.
Oh, that's why I'm a motherfucker, all right? And I wouldn't fuck that mother. Ugh, man. Even with my dog's dick.
Even if you went back, even if you time traveled back when you were 12 years old. I mean, she was younger, like 18, and you were 18. Like if you were the same age.
Okay, enough of that, please.
But anyway,
no, enough of that. Oh God.
Our jewelry is like time traveling because we repurpose silver. We don't really repurpose our copper anymore because we get a lot of new fresh stuff.
I already said it. I said our jewelry looks like the ancient Anu would wear it.
But it's because,
or Cleopatra herself would wear it.
Because we merge antiques from 150, more years ago, and we repurpose it to make it contemporary. So it's like
very modern, but it's also got a chip of the past, so it ends up looking like something in the future. Because I'm always like straight up cutting edge, you know what I'm saying? So you should get Bruce and I's work. Go to Antique Obsessions on Etsy. Go to our Amazon store. We got on Amazon Handmade as Antique Obsessions, one word. So try to find us. Some of you guys help us out. Thank you so much. Really, we really appreciate your repeat business. We love our customers, and it's very thankful.
Just though you help keep the show going, and we're not pulling any punches here. We're trying to tell you the truth and nothing but the truth. So help you, Bruce. So let's get into some rapid fire news here for June 16, 2017. Here are the headlines. Russia may have killed ISIS leader Baghdadi. That's right. ISIS leader, more like the Pentagon's cheerleader. With you remember that big Rolex watch Baghdadi had? I mean, that's the telltale sign of an agent. I mean, he's supposed to be some pubic hair bearded bastard eating curry out in the middle of the fucking desert in his stinky shit robes, and he's got a fucking Rolex on, for fuck's sakes. Russia may have killed ISIS leader Baghdadi. How many times have they said they killed this guy? Like already, like 3 or 4 times they said they killed him. So that's the news. I'm just telling it to you. Okay, it could be fake, but at the same time, I'm real, but the news is fake. How about this? About 4,000 more U.S. troops are going to Afghanistan. I read this on Breitbart earlier. 4,000 troops going to Afghanistan. I told you. Okay? Look, I am for a small, limited government, by the people, for the people. Non-interventionist government. Basically, don't bother me, world. If you want to do trade with me, that's good, but don't fuck with me. And don't think you can fuck me. Okay? That's the kind of United States I like. Okay? Not a United States that is spread all over the place like the fucking Roman Empire. Because you remember the Roman Empire? You remember what happened to the Roman Empire, right? It overexpanded its military, and that's when it came crashing down. And the very same Visigoths that took down Rome are in Washington, D.C., waiting to destroy our aqueducts all over again. Okay? And they keep sending out the poorest, from Kansas to El Centro, California, the poorest people everywhere. You could be rest assured there's a military recruiting institution there waiting to recruit them and sign them up to go to war. The great war machine carries on. Yeah. Zig Heil in the United States. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The great war machine goes on. Okay, that's why Trump's just a fucking charismatic TV figure to me. Alright? I think he's funny. But I don't think that the deep state that's behind him is funny. Okay, he did more than just get dirty by going into that swamp. Okay, he got filthy, fucking putrid dirty. He's filthy, stinking dirty.
Let me tell you something. They're making this breaking news because they gave his financial disclosure.
The war continues. Perpetual war all the time. Continuing. 4,000 troops in Afghanistan. Anyway, go on.
There's breaking news right now that the financial disclosure of Trump came out.
Oh, God, more of a witch hunt. Why is it that when they mention these witch hunts, they don't mention the witch herself, Hillary Clinton? Just put a fucking witch hat on her, for fuck's sake. Go on with the witch hunt.
What was very interesting, to show you what type of dude he really is, Trump said he sold all his stock holdings in June of 2016 to avoid conflicts of interest. He later said he did so because it was improper to own stocks when making deals for the country that maybe will affect one day positively.
Oh God, that's the problem. Look. Now they're gonna say that Trump has too many secretive people that he sold his stocks to, and they're gonna use this to go after him again, and it's never gonna end. And the liberals are always gonna have another bone to chew on. I mean, I say stop giving them a bone, Trump. Just charge them. Just charge them under sedition. Just charge them under sedition. Who cares if it makes you look Hitleritarian? They want to kill you. But maybe you're in on that too, and it's all just one big act. I don't know. Regardless,
Well, they're just counting whatever business, and you know what? And one of the things they say is that it's just too much. They can't. It's almost impossible to calculate the precise totals because, and then he's got to figure out every fucking thing that he invested too because, if you got so many businesses
and you got to pay so many people. How is you going to sit there and count everything? You know what? It's crazy, man. When you go to law for every fucking cent, what kind of accountant you got to fucking have? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. So they're trying to nitpick about this, and it doesn't mean anything.
Look, Trump's a gangster. Okay, this whole show's about being a gangster. Trump's probably got some monkey in the Cayman Islands counting his millions and millions and millions. Okay, check this out. Billions. Yeah. I just got a tweet from @Donald Trump. Billions, Bruce. Billions. Get it right. Get it right, okay? Okay. Insurers look to ramp up premiums in health law exchanges. What else is new? Hey, Trump, I thought you said you were going to cut the hell out of Obamacare. It's still here. Insurers look to ramp up premiums in health law exchanges. I mean, the premiums are sky high here in Arizona.
But you don't have to take it's not fining you for not taking it. And you can get something else.
Well, that's a good thing. Again, the pros and cons of Trump.
If you want to buy into that shit. But I'm sure, you know what? It took so many years to get us into that shit, Obama. It's going to take a little while to gracefully, gradually end up with a multi-tiered plans, for all levels of a free market. Because healthcare should be a free market enterprise. It shouldn't be a government-controlled entity. It should be so. And then, to help the poor, you do that. You absorb some of that, but not. You don't just absorb everybody. And
the redistribution of wealth.
Ridiculous.
You gotta have the redistribution of wealth. First of all, Bernie fucking fried chicken Sanders. Okay. Redistribution of wealth. Are you redistributing any of that million or millions you made off your fraud, your sham of a campaign? Is he? No, all he's doing is instigating left-wing lunatics to shoot Republicans. I'm telling you, on drive-bys. Bernie is like the fucking freaking baby gangster here organizing fucking hits in his ragtop 6'4".
Listen to me, it never made any sense. Because if anybody should have been mad, it should have been Bernie. And he should have
drinking Steel Reserve and smoking blunts and shit.
Bernie, people were fucking loving that nigga. Okay, they loved him.
What do they love about him? What do they love about him? He's like a retarded CCCP Russian space monkey.
Bruce, regardless, they loved him. They didn't love Hillary. He should have been the running mate.
Yeah, why aren't they all pissed? Why don't they have their pink brassieres and their pink panties in a bunch over the freaking vote, the Democratic vote being stolen from that creature from the Marxist lagoon?
Exactly. So why didn't Bernie suspect me? Because he should have stepped to the plate.
He's more than suspect.
Went after her and would have been like, I was the winner. I should have won. You redistributed.
He was a Clinton operative. Clinton operative, just like Comey. They both had pink pussy hats, and they both support Hillary.
Exactly. So he did what he always does. He profiteered off of nothingness because he's a do-nothing also. He's just a shit talker, and he never had a job.
Just like every other liberal in Brooklyn, and that job was selling food stamps. At 40 years old, selling food stamps. Bernie Sanders, the life of a bum. And that bum, it wasn't that bum. It wasn't that much of a bum. He made millions of that failed campaign.
Yeah, failed campaign.
Oh, but yet he's screaming at the millionaires and billionaires to pay their fair share. Well, is he going to pay his fair share? The fucking cheapskate, beatskate?
Don't redistribute my chicken.
Don't redistribute my chicken. I'll redistribute your chicken.
You had good chicken tonight. Speaking of Colonel's fried chicken, you had some Lucky Wishbone.
That's dinner with Bruce and Ja. Yeah, we had this isn't going to sound healthy, folks. Okay, this makes for a very fat Walmart shopping America. But we're in shape. We're like sex idols, So anyway, we can get away with that. Okay.
No, it's just like we fucked up, But we tried this Lucky Wishbone. And
I had a chicken craving, you know what I'm saying? What's next? I'm going to start drinking Kool-Aid and eating watermelon. Oh my God, that was racist.
No.
I'm not black.
There's a place called May's Counter. You're wrong. At May's Counter right here in Tucson, they actually they have a dinner special with a Kool-Aid. So
That's why I said it.
Mhm.
Okay, because that's racist. That's cultural appropriation. The
But
Kool-Aid
anyway-
belongs to Black America.
We don't eat fried chicken.
Oh,
like that. We
yeah.
just did it once. We haven't done it in like a year. We just tried it out because we had the show tonight and wanted to.
So we had the shrimp, and we had the fried chicken, and we had these very tasty jalapeno poppers. I'm Mexican. I gotta have jalapenos in every meal.
The onion rings were good. I liked the onion rings and the chicken breast. They were very good.
I like the breasts. I'm a breast man myself. Anyway, let's go on with the news here. UN envoy urges North Korea to explain why freed man is in a coma. Oh, that is very simple because Otto Warmbier beer got warm, not cold. It got very warm, and he contracted botulism.
Yeah.
Now that and Dennis Rodman showed up there with the NWO, and they freed him. That's right. Dennis Rodman was out there handing out copies of The Art of the Deal to North Korean officials. I mean, how much more Hollywood can it get? In North Korea, that's another one. I mean, Hollywood isn't in Hollywood anymore, folks. Okay, it's in North Korea, right? This is a Hollywood sign. It says North Korea now. Really? So they're wondering why Otto Warmbier's beer got warm, and that's how he got botulism. There, I solved it for you. Okay, that's saving the American people millions of taxpayer dollars. Solved. We have here Trump to limit Cuba travel, restrict business deals with military and U.S. officials in Cuba. That's a good thing. I mean, do we want to work with Marxist scum bums? I mean, that's like letting Puerto Rico become part of the United States. Do we really want a bunch of stinky Puerto Ricans? I mean, last time I checked, if you go to Bohemian Grove, they got like a portrait of a bunch of cockroaches that are having like a Puerto Rican Day parade.
You know,
Isn't that kind of a Puerto? I mean, look at what's happening now. Trump supporters are getting pee and poo thrown at them. I mean, that's part of the reason why the Brooklyn Dodgers left. And Walter O'Malley was like, "Look at these Puerto Ricans throwing pee at my ball players." I mean, just scum. Puerto Ricans they're kind of scummy, right? And kind of bummy. I mean, that whole island. I mean, only the beach. I mean, the beach looks nice, and then they pan right, and it's like a stinky turd.
You know, I mean, that's hard to say, Bruce.
And it's dangerous. I mean, they killed Hector Macho Camacho over there.
Yeah, that's true. But, you know,
If they could kill Hector Macho Camacho, they could kill anybody.
Yeah. Well, Bruce, I don't totally agree with you that they're roaches. I think there's a lot of great Puerto Rican people in New York. So, I mean, you know, they
I like their empanadas, I'll tell you that.
a long way in terms of excelling. And they've gotten risen in the music and the movies and acting a little bit, you know, and even in law, you know, although not the necessarily best, you know, they are gangsters like Sonia Sotomayor. So, but that being said, they're not like, you know, what you're saying so much. Although I'm sure they all have their slang, they have their gangsters, and they really need to clean it up. I mean, if they become part of the United States, then the Prison Industrial Society will just first build a fucking prison and start locking up all the fucking wild maniacs, making the place unlivable, because I've heard too many stories from Puerto Ricans that I know, and it doesn't even sound like a nice place to vacation, actually. It was like, ugh. So we're investing maybe in 10 years it'll be a good place to invest in property, and they gotta redo it. Guys like Donald Trump will be redoing that.
So, you love talk radio? Then you'll love TalkStreamLive.com. TalkStream Live is always on, 24/7, with the best streaming talk shows. Find your favorite talkers and discover some new ones. It's free, readily available online or on any smartphone or tablet. Finding your favorite talk shows all in one place has gotten a whole lot easier. Just go to TalkStreamLive.com. Be sure to download the free apps from Google Play or the iTunes App Store.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. We were experiencing technical difficulties, pretty much getting hijacked because I'm exposing the gangsterism in government 24/7. We were just talking about why Puerto Rico is even being considered to be the 52nd state. Do we really need a bunch of stinky Puerto Ricans? I mean, do we? I mean, it's just beyond me. I mean, okay, so they're nice, right? They're nice, but I mean, do you just see what's happening, folks? I mean, they're throwing pee, they're throwing poo at Trump supporters. I mean, I remember they used to do this. The Puerto Ricans used to do this to like the Brooklyn Dodgers back in the day. That's why they left. They went to L.A. Hey, that's what you're gonna get with Puerto Ricans, right? 24/7. I mean, throwing pee and poo. I mean, okay, so the beach in Puerto Rico, half of it looks nice, and then they pan out to the right, and then what do you get? You get a big stinky turd known as Puerto Rico, or Porto Caca. You don't need them. No los queremos. No los necesitamos. It's supposed to be America first, okay? I mean, you have freaking starving Americans on every freaking edge of the states, you know, from sea to shining sea. You have poverty, and what, we're going to let in more poverty? More Puerto Ricans? I say, who needs them? I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I'm hurting your feelings. Look, I wipe my ass with your feelings, okay? Who needs a bunch of fucking Puerto Ricans? Okay, I'm not being racist. Look, I'm like a fellow Latino, right? But really, I'm just an American. But, you know, you want to call it what it is. I mean, in their eyes, I'm a fellow Latino. And I'm telling them, face to face, you know, eye to eye, mano a mano, that you don't need to absorb the whole turd island known as Puerto Rico. It's just like DACA. Okay, it rhymes with caca because DACA is caca. That's what Trump, I don't understand. It's baffling me. Trump's not keeping his promises. Okay, DACA is going to allow 800,000 illegals to storm the United States of America. And again, college for them equals opportunity, but for Americans and our children, it equals debt slavery. Now, that's not right. That's not right. Something's got to be done. I mean, they're over here marching and screaming in their fucking sombreros that Trump isn't their president. Well, we know Trump is not your president, okay? Go back to fucking Mexico. Go back to El Salvador, okay? Cerotes. Okay, we don't need you. We don't want you. Who needs you? I mean, seriously. I mean, if you don't assimilate and learn to love this fucking country, I mean, you have the Mexican team of Mexico, okay, their fans booing the national anthem, the American national anthem. I mean, the level of disrespect. I mean, everybody was wiping their schlunts all over the United States. I mean, just no respect, like Rodney Dangerfield would say. And in comes Trump, and even though his administration is murky and swampy and swamp thingy, you know, they're not laughing at us that much anymore now that Trump's in. But
the stock market's doing great.
If we go ahead and allow the fucking Puerto Ricans to become the 52nd state, I mean, that's like downgrading America. I mean,
or eventually,
island.
You know what? It might be great land investment, Bruce. You know, it's all waterfront property.
What's he gonna do? Put a bunch of Trump hotels in Puerto Rico?
Trump, I mean, everybody. You know, the whole. I don't know. They're naturalized anyway, so what the fuck? Why not? The Social Security co-ops your each human being is starting with some certain number anyway. You know, you're on the stock market, so with your Social Security number, so it's a commodity. That's what these imports are. They are a number. They then get to claim it as a
a part of the gross national product. So if you take in 800,000 immigrants and each one is worth right off the bat $25,000, you're basically bringing in bodies worth $25,000 because then, you know, to them.
Well, it reminds me of when I was in school. Every kid was worth like 6,000.
Well, it's probably
$6,000.
Yeah, it's worth more now, but. You know, I guess everything has a price and your market.
And everybody's going to pay.
Yeah. And everybody's stock number on the stock market, your Social Security number, fluctuates just like any number on the stock market. So, anyway.
So, let's try to wrap up the news here before we get hijacked again. Let's see. Walmart offers a refugee for sellers tired of Amazon. So if you're tired of Amazon, Walmart is now going to try their own Etsy or own eBay thing. You hear that? Walmart.
That'd be cool.
They want in.
I like Walmart. They're good.
Well, Trump's working a lot with
their
Walmart to bring back jobs to America.
Though. I tried to say they have a lot of good stuff. Some jewelry.
But you know what? It disgusts me. Every time I go in there, I see some 500-pound Yokozuna type people
it's
there.
It's the only exercise they get all day. Imagine if they just ordered it in. Then they really
that
get
and Pokemon Go, right? They get to move around with the Pokemon Go. Is that still hip?
What about those pajamas with the shit on it?
Oh, the decadence of society. I mean, the decadence. How far we've fallen as a society that we now sell poop icon freaking clothes.
Yeah, and like pajama wear.
And mugs. You could like drink your coffee out of a giant poo.
It's like funny. Ha 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 ha, poo poo poo. Fart fart fart.
Yeah, I don't have my fart sound effects right in front of me.
How about if I just fart a real one out?
Okay, then that'd be pretty raunchy. Okay, and you wonder why we get hijacked. They're like, these people are retarded. Why are they on the top Power 50 of TalkStream Live? Why don't they just take them out back and shoot them? Because you're never old enough to be shot, right, or murdered.
The Jews,
especially the Jews. Aren't we Jews? Aren't they always killing Jews?
What's happening in Israel right now? So in Jerusalem, they made some.
That's breaking news. Breaking news on the Bruce Montalvo show. There has been an ISIS-inspired attack. They've taken responsibility for an attack in Jerusalem. That's breaking right now.
Stabbed to death, police officer.
A police officer was stabbed to death in Jerusalem. That's breaking news right now on the Bruce Montalvo show.
Border police officer.
Yeah, louder, please. What are you saying?
Oh, yeah. Border police officer.
You're on the radio.
Yes, but you don't let me talk. But Israeli policewoman stabbed to death in Jerusalem. Israeli police officer stabbed to death in Jerusalem attack by the border. And, so this is what's happening. They went crazy. And I don't know what border in Jerusalem. I mean, it's not like the Lebanese border. It's not the Syrian border. It's not the Dahab. It's not the Egyptian border. What fucking border? I mean, what is the border of Gaza's the motherfucking West? So what the fuck? So I don't know what this border, what they trying to say, border police. So, maybe
I was just talking about border hoppers, so it goes hand in hand.
Oh, weird. So, okay, maybe the border where they have the, where the Arabs, the border of the walls could be that.
Just let me say something real quick.
Go ahead.
No more pintos for you. Nothing but Texas barbecue. That's right. I don't know, for the listeners in there, I think that was a fart. Was that a fart? Let me see. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. My farts are louder than yours on air. But anyway, this isn't a fart. This is breaking news. People are getting stabbed in Jerusalem. That's not breaking news. There are dirty, stinking, freaking Islamabads, because they're bad. They're bad dudes. They're stabbing people all the time in Jerusalem, aren't they? You know what? Judaism is the religion of fucking peace, not Islam.
It's true. It's really true. If you really study Kabbalah, you'll be like amazed, and not just Kabbalah, but go back to the words. Everything is discussed. It's not what you guys think, Every law, every possibility is thought out by like 500 motherfucking lawyers, and they try to be the most.
Well, you know what? The
benevolent.
big pieces on the puzzle, they start to get clear when you look at it through a Judaism lens. You'll see that Judaism, like you said, is the true religion of peace, and not Islam, because Islam is pretty much a perverted,
Just look at the
contraction
just look at the
of
kids.
Judaism.
Yeah, just look at the kids and what the Jewish kids are learning at 7 years old. They're learning singing, dancing, playing, sharing. And you look at the...
Those are the Jewish kids.
Yeah,
They're
you
happy.
look at the Arabs. They learn how to...
Oh, they got
throw
war
rocks,
paint. They got war paint under
they
the
got
eyes.
machine guns. They're saying kill Jews.
No, Jaja, look. Islam can do no wrong, okay? What you're saying is all part of Islamophilia. You're being Islamophilic.
Yeah.
Oh my God, words. Oh my God, you're being insensitive with your words. Stop.
But don't the Jewish banksters run everything?
Oh, yeah, that fucking lie.
Yeah.
That's why when I was in D.C., I saw a bunch of big money Jesuits walking around with briefcases.
Yeah, and they had the capes on, too. Like the Cape fucking Crusaders and shit.
Jesuit bankers running the show.
And then what's Saxe Coburg? You know? I mean, whatchamacallit?
Saxe Coburg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. The Saxe Goldberg.
And that's the gangs, folks, okay? If you were tuning in before we experienced a delay in the show, we were talking all about gangs, gangsterism, how Hillary's rocking the Pyru red and Trump is rocking the freaking Southsider blue, okay? And they're throwing out the gang signs, the Masonic hand signs, okay? Those are gang signs. Those are gang signs. And the stupid vatos locos, they don't even know, Holmes, that the little hand signs, the little baby A they're throwing out, that's a Masonic hand symbol, is it not?
Mm-hmm.
And they don't know, okay? To them, it's just this. That's right, farts. You know, my co-host is as sassy as my show is gassy. That's right. Who's appropriating jokes now?
That's right, motherfucker. You want to slay, you got to pay. Next time, you can have it your way.
You can have
just
it your way.
Just go to
what is this, Burger King?
Ray and see if
to
you
who?
can figure out how
Sugar
to
Ray,
pay.
Sugar Ray Leonard, you know, because I punch real, you know, pugilistic like. You know, I'm one of the best, folks. Now, I've been in many street fights, and if you ever meet me in person, I'm one of the most handsome devils you could ever meet. And you'll be like, well, you know, Bruce, how could you be in like a million street fights and be so good looking? Be like, that's because, you know, it's the art, the science of pugilism. You know what I'm saying? I hit you, you don't hit me. Capiche? Okay?
Kaput.
I want to get into this. Look, I was talking earlier in the show before we wrap up, before I get into my top 10 list that I stole from David Letterman. You know, they always talk about basically national security and national preparedness. Okay, and they're looking to suspend our liberties, folks. They're looking to suspend the Constitution. Okay, and you know, Trump could very well be in on this. Okay, the Crips and Bloods, they work with the police to push drugs sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Just look at it as one big criminal Illuminati family. They're all one big tree, like that eugenics tree of life, and they're all one branch of the same tree. Okay, one leaf is connected to this leaf, is connected to this branch, but they're all part of one big tree. Mm-hmm. Okay, and it doesn't matter what we're trying to do. I mean, we'll put a stake right through that freaking tree. Okay, and that trying to take out the just chop down the tree because it's not giving any more fruit. This Illuminati tree is just like a big weed that's just, you know, sucking all the land dry, right? That's what they've become, a big dead tree. Your thoughts?
Yup. Like, that's why I water the trees even out here.
Yeah, but these trees deserve the water. They're alive, okay? The Illuminati tree is, their water is our blood. Okay, and that's what they're always talking about, national security, national preparedness. They have Trump signing executive orders. He's not really signing the executive order. The Illuminati does it. Okay, and they're not planning to restore the Constitution once they suspend it. Okay, and you can't eat the Constitution, okay, during let's say 3 weeks of no grocery stores, society basically falling in on itself, you can't eat the Constitution. So the thing is, it's just like the zombie movies. Okay, they are going to come eat you alive right in your house. If you don't have any ammunition, if you don't have anything to prepare yourself, anything, they're going to come in, they're going to eat you alive. Okay, you are not going to survive. You'll be eaten.
You'll survive if you wear one of our gladiator bracelets. And
oh yeah, you could block the zombie bites with one of our bracelets, right?
You could. It's definitely armor.
Look, but here's the thing. Look, all these national security memos that allow the president of the deep state to write all these unlawful laws and orders, they could suspend the Constitution. I mean, right now they're shooting Republican congressmen in baseball fields. What if they shoot at Trump next? Okay? And the banter on the MSLSD mainstream media, that's what it is. I mean, it's literally, they're seditious as can be. They're calling for the death of a president on primetime television.
I don't understand how they get away with it. It's, when Santilli said something about sticking a gun up Hillary's poontang, he had every Social Security agent up his fucking...
Oh yeah, the pink pussy hat wearing Comey, he sent out all the bulls after him, yeah.
Everybody was after him. It was like incredible. They came out of the woodworks to make him famous for that. But, and you look at, the state of where we are today, where you have the Loretta Lynches who says things that are inciting.
They could say whatever they want. Okay, the Lynches, the black nobility and the Illuminati that are playing with our speech. They're basically trying to control speech. Everything's PC. Oh, you can't say nigger. Oh, Bill Maher could say nigger, but you can't say it because Ice Cube's gonna get mad at you.
That fucktard is the biggest nigger. That's what he's like. Talking about Bill Maher, he's like the biggest racist.
Did you hear how he said that joke?
It's so gross.
Yeah.
He's not allowed to say it.
And here's what and listen to this. If the word nigger hurts black people so much, why do they call themselves a nigga all the time?
Why can't I can use it if I'm referring to a white guy?
Well, you're a fucking
you
rapper.
Fucking tell me who I can fucking call a nigga. If I want to call a tree a nigga, I'm going to call a tree a nigga. If I want to call a fucking booger on my fucking husband's nose a nigga, I can do that.
I got a booger on my nose?
Well, no, not now, but, if I wanted to call it.
Right.
I can call that.
But that's the thing. Look. They're gonna weaponize and control speech. All right, and believe it or not, even Trump's a part of that because he's playing into it. He keeps playing ball with these people. I say that. I mean, some of them they gotta throw the book at some of these people. Yeah. It's time. I mean, NBC, some of those hosts on there, they got to be tried under sedition. Okay, because it's just unbelievable. I mean, they let Obama get away with murder, and he get away with it. Why? Because he's black. Oh, so don't call him racist. No, he's a fucking Diablo Satanico Moreno. That's what he is. Just like fucking, what's that guy? Legba. Yeah, the Crossroads devil. That's exactly what Barack Obama is. A black freaking hearted devil. Mm-hmm. I bet the KKK is listening to me right now. Like, woo, listen to that Spick girl. Oh my God, he's good. They're speaking to you. Could you ever believe there's such a Looney Tunes matchup like that? Spick and Jew hour. Woo! I love it. Listen to how mean they are. Oh my God.
You never know, Bruce. You never know what kind of listeners.
Yeah. KKK
listeners.
Get the fuck out of here.
I turn into Bruce.
The David Duke, the Bruce Duke hour. Yeah. There I go, giving assholes press.
Bill Cooper.
The Bill Cooper. Oh well, I am in Arizona. That's another guy. I always felt like Bill Cooper's still alive out there. Because I love listening to Bill Cooper. Great stuff. I play his old tapes on the network on Saturdays sometimes.
But he kind of lost it. Like he lost his mind at the end of the story. He supposedly killed cops.
Oh, he was a gangster. I mean, you want to talk about gangsters? He was a gangster. He was popping caps in people's butts.
Oh, so they say. And that's what really got you going, You were like, I don't think he's fucking dead. I think that's a... And then, comes up 20 years later. He said, where could he be? And I kind of think I know who it is.
They gave him some Haldol. They gave
Yeah. You know what? It's not. Look, we don't have a segment for you called Jaja's Doppelganger Conspiracy Minute. Okay, so we're gonna get into the top 10 list
Bruce,
that I stole from David Letterman. Okay, that's enough of that. That's enough for you. I need a mute button for Jaja sometimes. All right,
yeah, right.
Just shut up. All right, shut up now.
Mm-hmm.
Number 10. Pentagon to send almost 4,000 men to Afghanistan. All right, this is bad. I agree with Breitbart. Okay, not good. Trump is literally being led by neocon warmonger extraordinaires. I mean, I thought I was joining the Trumpertarian party, but it's obviously been co-opted like every freaking facet of government. I mean, you can't trust them. I mean, it's just like They Live. You think that was, you think that was fiction? They Live? Well, it wasn't. Okay, they're out there, and I think they sell those glasses now so that you can see them. You can see how much of a formaldehyde face Hillary Clinton really has. But, yeah, this is bad. 4,000 American troops in Afghanistan. I mean, I thought we already dropped the mother of bombs over there. What happened? We got to send people out there? Why not send some drones out there? I mean, I just don't want to see American lives extinguished anymore. I mean, we have the technology. Look, there's nothing I can do to stop the New World Order machine. Nothing. And there's nothing you could do either, believe it or not. But, I mean, you have a voice. You can at least use your voice as a vessel of good and common sense and put it out there as a Mayday SOS signal to whoever is in charge that might hear you and might hear the sincerity in your voice. You really don't want to see American people die in these unconstitutional, undeclared entanglements anymore. I mean, you got toys for war. Just use those.
Exactly.
Right?
Just make money and mind your business. You know what I'm saying? If you stop minding Donald's business and started spending your time working on your own personal business and your sense of accomplishment and self-worth, you'll see that you'll do better and everybody else will do better.
Everybody will do better.
But if
That's
you don't mind
right.
your business, you know.
Yeah, if these demagogues, if these stupid liberals would put as much effort, if they would work as hard at making America great again as they do at hating Donald Trump every minute of the day, we would be great already. We would be great. We would be fucking magnificent. All right. So here's number 9. Dennis Rodman gives copy of The Art of the Deal to a North Korean official. Why didn't he give it to Kim Jong-un? Is this an old picture or a new picture? I don't know. I think that Kim Jong-un was whacked a long time ago, but replaced with some reptilian, but what do I know, right? I don't get any intel. I'm not part of that intel group. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Number 8. Listen to this. Look at this. CNN says Trump win is a national emergency. Now, I've been talking about how they want to suspend the Constitution. They could very well cook up their own national emergency and possibly whack Donald Trump. I mean, he might be thinking about faking his death, and they might be playing for keeps. I mean, we don't know if Bruce Lee faked his death or if they put real bullets in that gun and he really died. I mean, you don't know. Only the Masonic Illuminati knows the truth. You just left in the dark, like mushrooms. They feed them shit and leave them in the dark.
It's very scary. And
they said Trump win national emergency.
They don't believe that.
That's what they want.
They don't believe that it was ordained by God. And you know what? Everybody should just accept it.
Look, first of all, ordained by God. You said it. A couple of days ago, like two days ago, I wished Donald Trump a happy birthday. It was his birthday. When the maniac was shooting, they staged all these shooters, right? UPS shooter, and then this Alexandria baseball shooting. It was his birthday, and now today, really, for those in the know, it's the real birthday of Jesus Christ, the deity, and the resurrection of Horus, the Egyptian deity, on the same day. And then a couple of days ago, it was Trump's birthday. So, I mean, is he not close to maybe something of divine nature? I mean, his presence at this time and moment.
In his charts. I'm not really good at that, but if you go to like the Magi Society and look up, the Chiban relationship and his power signs, I'm sure they're really all there.
I mean, he's probably ordained from Pepe the Pope Frog, in the sky to save America from the communists.
He is. And you know what? As much as you guys think that it's the other game that he's playing into his friends, it's not. It will trickle down.
Yeah, sometimes gangsters, they go rogue and they make their own deals.
Yeah, sometimes there's some people that are very good people. And you know what? If he didn't care about people, he'd be hiding out by himself, just counting his money like some other motherfuckers, okay? Or just being an asshole. And he's not an asshole. And you could check his record. He's got a very good record with, humanistic, philanthropic kind of things.
He's a people person. He's a good, big-hearted guy.
They're just prejudiced, Bruce.
Look, a guy, he literally paid off a guy's mortgage because the guy helped him change a tire once.
Yeah, it's prejudice. If he was the same person, was speaking the same rhetoric, but he was a black woman, he could. People would love her.
Please stop setting the stage for Oprah, because Bill Gates and Ted Turner and the Good Club Secret Society are working in tandem in the dark. They're probably at Bilderberg right now singing Led Zeppelin, Stairway to Heaven, Sweet Satan backwards in homage that they're going to try to kill Trump. Okay? That's what they're trying to do.
I'm sure Oprah doesn't want that, because I'm sure Oprah is good friends.
Oprah is a diabolical cunt, and she probably wants Donald Trump to be eaten alive by live earthworms.
No, he
rabid earthworms.
He gave one of the best interviews ever on his show. You can go look up Oprah Winfrey and Donald Trump on YouTube. You will hear him speak so eloquently, and just you can understand that this man is far more intelligent, and he just speaks to people in the mid-range, in the low range, just because.
Well, he's talking to the WWE universe.
You're right, the WWE.
Like you said, the Honey Boo Boo universe.
Well, right, wrestling.
And from that we go to, believe that was number 8. Now number 7 on my top 10 list. Could Bigfoot be in the Round Rock area? That's in Texas, close to Austin. Apparently, they found a Bigfoot. Maybe it was my granny running around looking for pastor tacos, and she took off her sock and woo! There was her Bigfoot right there, and they found it in the Round Rock area. Bigfoot being spotted in Round Rock. Mm-hmm. Interesting. That's number 7. Number 6. This is very sad, folks, because the original Bruce Wayne has died. The bat signal is glowing at the LA City Hall. This happened yesterday. In honor of Batman actor Adam West, bat signal to glow at LA City Hall. So
what was his partner's name? Robin? Was it Fred Ward? What was his name?
Burt Ward.
Burt Ward. He was just on some show, and he was
saying, that Joe Pags guy that likes to talk shit on my show while he stole everything he says from Pete Santilli.
It's crazy. It sounds identical. But he was on saying that he recently saw Adam, and he saw him all the time. They were always going on for signings and shit, and he was in good health. He never saw anything wrong with him, and all of a sudden he was like, boom. And, and then he started talking about him, and he kept talking about him in the present tense. He never said, we did this. He says, we go. He said, we go there.
So you think Adam West just faked his death so he could cash out on all the old Batman royalty money?
I do.
They all fake their death, don't they?
It was only 2 years.
So what happens? Do the Scientologists or the right? It's exactly the Scientologists. They stage all the actors' deaths. They let them die as nobody so they can basically have their privacy because, they don't want a whole bunch of fucking fans to give autographs to.
Well, his grandson, Elliot Rodgers, faked his death, so...
Yeah. Again, here you go with your conspiracy fucking hour.
Sure.
If I leave it to you, they're gonna put me, just because of my doppelganger conspiracies, they're gonna put me in the same category as Dallas Goldbug.
Why are you making him famous?
Why not?
Because I believe that Adam West was related to Christopher Reeves, and And their grandfather was Werner von Braun.
Okay, and I am literally a space alien from Neptune named Quarnaz.
Why don't you investigate their facial features?
Yeah. Look, she's an artist, and she finds these similarities in people's faces, and then eventually she calls them Nazis.
And you don't think
so
that
that's
the
what she
Batman
does.
was based on a lot of the futuristic things were based on Nazism, and there's a lot of
Well, Captain America is the one that fights the Nazis.
Well, that's easy. That was an easy one, but all of them kind of have a lot of that.
Well, the newer Batman has gotten very political to the point where, I mean, Batman in a comic book was flying the Bat jet into the Twin Towers because George Bush was there plotting a false flag terror attack. So, I mean, the comic books are crazy. And this was before 9/11. By the way,
You said
this is
you
a predictive
compared
programming.
Donald Trump to Batman. You said that Trump is a real Batman, you know?
Yeah, hopefully they don't send Bane after Donald Batman to snap his back. Because that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to break Donald Trump's back. You know, and
So Robin is Pence, huh? He looks like him too. Just put on some. I could just see.
that's the role. That's the role they're playing. Now let me see. Number 6. Number 6, GOP baseball shooter named 66-year-old Bernie supporter. Named as 66-year-old Bernie supporter. There you have it, folks. Look, every time they want to say, oh, it's the right-wingers. Oh, they're crazy. No, it's not. It's the leftist, Marxist, pussy Antifas. All right? Antifas. Oh, listen how fucking fruity that sounds. That's right. I said it. You don't like it, I wipe my ass with your feelings. Okay? And you know what? You know what? These trannies, they think they could step up to like real men and try to fight them. And they think we're not going to punch them because society says they're women now. Okay, a tranny comes up to me and says something about Donald Trump not being, their president. And I swear to God, I'll fucking slap the taste out of their
the
mouth.
wrestling today are all trannies. So what are you talking about?
Look, I'm not fucking wrestling, okay? I'm wrestling with the New World Order every Friday. I'm putting my voice on the line. I get gang stalked. You get gang stalked. They've been gang stalking me. Hell, they even pointed fucking guns at me. And I'm still here. And I'm still fucking mad as hell. And I'm not gonna take it anymore. And they jammed my fucking signal, but I put the signal right back on. And I don't care, folks. I'm on every fucking Friday. 9 fucking p.m. Eastern, 6 fucking p.m. Mountain Time.
Shabbat Shalom.
Number 5, it's somewhere. See, make cultural appropriation illegal. Oh, God, make it illegal. So, what? Because I'm American and I wasn't born in Mexico, right? Well, Los Angeles, I mean, you might think that's Mexico, right? I don't know. I hope they don't overturn it. Because then I'd be Mexican, and then I'd be fucked. But if I try to make burritos or something, open up my own freaking burrito stand called Montalvo's Burritos, would that be cultural appropriation? Because I'm a gabacho.
Yeah.
So they would shut me down, even though I have Mexican heritage.
You'd have Vicente Fox going, yo, you owe us some money over here.
Oh yeah, because I'm a Trump supporter, right? So he'd attack my business.
You got a business and you are claiming.
Oh yeah, I got a cultural. What is it? I gotta redistribute my money.
Yeah, right. Because you're culturally appropriating.
Yeah.
Mexican culture.
Dear God, look at this. Number 4, Mexican soccer fans boo the Star-Spangled Banner at World Cup qualifier. Are they not despicable?
Despicable.
Yes, the Mexicans, the most godless, just evil, heathenistic, backstabbing slimeball people. I mean, it sounds like I'm talking about the Gaza Strip, but no, really, it's the Gaza Strip. This is what you're gonna have all over the border in Mexico. Okay, that's what it's gonna turn into. I mean, when is Trump gonna just say enough of Mexico? And throw in the freaking military in there and start kicking some Mexican ass. You know what? I don't think he's going to do that because, I mean, we saw it. I mean, DACA is still around. We know it's caca, but it's still around. And 800,000 illegals are going to be allowed in.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's no different than if we were to have Bill fucking Clinton. Right? It's like, you know...
It's a commodity, Bruce.
They're like hanging out in the back.
They're using.
Why does Trump have a big ass portrait of Hillary Clinton? Why isn't Hillary in jail yet? That's my beef. Right? That's my beef. There's a lot of cons. I have a lot of beefs.
Okay.
I get angry real easy. Okay?
Anyway.
Especially when Mexicans boo my national anthem. Number 4, let's see here. Dennis Rodman arrives in North Korea, and all of a sudden, Otto Warmbier is taken from North Korea in a coma. This guy's just some CIA agent. Come on, let's be serious. Botulism? Really? A warm beer? His beer got warm, and he caught botulism, and now he's back, but, he's in a coma.
Some people take it serious.
Otto? How many people do you know are named Otto?
In Germany and Austria, they
But this guy's an American named Otto Warmbier. What the hell is he doing in North Korea? Is he tasting the beer in North Korea? Or they got some type of North Korean beer worth talking about? Warm beer? Is he a beer tester?
Right.
Okay, I don't see why he's in fucking North Korea. All right, number 3, North Korea threatens nuclear strike on New York after Trump is, using all these missile. Trump rubbishes its missile tests. So Trump's laughing at their pathetic attempts of trying to launch some type of cardboard box missile, and North Korea is saying that they're going to nuke New York now.
Good thing
Trump
we
was
left. I have an idea what they're gonna do. They're gonna make an excuse for Indian Point and blame the boogeyman, and then it's just because it's a time bomb waiting to explode, and they're gonna kill 26,000 people.
And again, that would suspend the Constitution and basically allow for martial law. I mean, really, we've been at martial law since the days of Abraham Lincoln. We've never stopped being at martial law. It's just the illusion that we're not at martial law. And, they'll use any type of event. I mean, I'm starting to think, don't be surprised if tomorrow they don't fake some type of fake alien invasion because it's the reincarnation of Horus. So I haven't heard that the dope is going to come out and say that there are real alien brothers out there. I haven't heard it yet, but just keep your ears peeled for tomorrow because it's a very, very
important day,
important and specific day in Egyptian mythology.
The eve.
And we have number 3, Mark Ruffalo, another fucking libtard. NBC and MSNBC stop the white conservative hiring spree. What? I didn't know MSNBC hired any white conservatives. See, that's the thing about Fox. Don't they have like black liberals like Juan fucking Williams? I mean, they got Juan Williams on Fox.
Token Juan.
Yeah, they got Token Juan Williams, the liberal black, on Fox News. So that you don't have to listen to the liberal trash on CNN and NBC. So they got him on Fox, right? But this libtard here, literally, Mark Ruffalo, didn't he steal, just by being in the position he is, isn't he white? Didn't he steal a bunch of roles or possible roles from, fat women of color? So what the fuck's he talking about? And last time I checked, NBC doesn't hire conservative white men. All right, they're as libtarded as can be. We have number 2, BBC, another false flag in London, folks. This time, it's coming down like that Clash song. London's calling, and it's on fire, folks. Fire engulfs Grenwell Tower Block in West London. And again, I didn't see that thing come down at free fall speed. It was burning up pretty good. Right? That's a reference to 9/11 Truth. I know everybody monetized 9/11 Truth now. They don't want to talk about it anymore, right? And that's another thing. You got that attack in Jerusalem. Trump's over there holding hands, playing powwow, looking real stupid with his hands on some orb with a bunch of reptilian-looking Saudis. Okay, a bunch of rat-looking Saudis. And they're the main funders of Wahhabism terror in the region, and they specifically target Christian and Jews. So what's he talking about? This Saudi Arabia is a new and better Saudi Arabia. Okay, they were possibly behind 9/11. They definitely colluded. It was elements of our government that were involved in. It was just look at Hitler's Reichstag. They did it so that they could get into the Second World War. We did it so that we could just go and take over the natural resources of Iraq. The oil, folks. George Bush had nothing to do with it. He was playing his fucking Game Boy the entire time. But anyway. Number 2, Trump approval edges down to a new weekly low, 37%. These are fake polls. But if anything, it shows that Trump and the gangsters in the New World Order might try to stage some big event. Now, whether it be to whack him, I think he's on the inside. So, it wouldn't surprise me, the way the Democrats are talking. But, could they stage another 9/11 type scenario? His approval numbers are so low. This is what they do. They stage major false flags around the time of the president's lowest approval ratings.
It's been done before.
It's been done before. It's number 2. And here we have number 1. Look at this. De Blasio silent. Comrade de Blasio of Nueva York, the stinky turd bowl filled with Puerto Ricans. He was silent that on the Puerto Rican Day Parade they were honoring a terrorist. So that's what New York's become, a harbor for terrorists and evil Palestinians and terrorists freaking from all over the world. De Blasio, I'm so happy that I left New York. I couldn't be happier. It's hot as hell here in Arizona, but I just feel like the brush fires of liberty are much more alive here than they are in that liberal cesspit.
Yep. Even the air-conditioned dude was making jokes about shooting up and, old Wild West shit.
That's right, yeah. Well, it gets so hot here that our air conditioning fucking goes on the willy-nilly, and we gotta fix it. No, really, it's like 116-degree weather here sometimes.
Yeah. And the guy, he was like saying some Wild West shit, anyway.
Yeah, he sure was.
Like a cowboy with the hat.
Yeah, I didn't know if I had Wyatt fucking Earp fixing my air conditioning with fucking stink boots. Anyway, folks, this is the ballsiest show. It's so ballsy, I wear a cup before I do the show. Okay, and with that, I am going to bid you adieu. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed the show. I hope we've enlightened you to this kooky world of reptilian overlords and how they rule over us and how we're really just doomed.
And they eat Rocky Mountain oysters for hors d'oeuvres.
Rocky Mountain oysters?
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
Fried bull's balls.
Fried bull's balls.
Yes. They eat that.
Okay, so stay away from the fried bull's balls. And till next time, same Montalvo station, same Montalvo dial. Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern, the Bruce Montalvo Show via Spreaker and TalkStream Live. Top Power 50 of Talk Radio, streaming Talk Radio. Say goodbye, Jaja.
Goodbye, Jaja.
She said it. She said goodbye, Jaja. Shabbat Shalom, fuckers. See you later. Light your candle. Just don't light your fucking house on fire. See ya.